Oh, I'm surprised you.
Madam. Better not use that as a litter box.
What's going on, Laggin Out Legion? I'm Robin Williams.
Who?
Not really.
He wants to be Robin Williams.
Actually, Hero's wearing the shirt for the Good Morning Vietnam shirt. So.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam.
I don't know if I could pull that off.
He is.
Good morning, Vietnam.
There we go. He keeps our Gundams together and our Voltron robot running in order. Please welcome Hero.
I actually like that intro. That's a good one.
Oni's the surprise unlock character of Mortal Kombat 1 with that brand new haircut. Please welcome Blacklight Oni.
You'll be fighting Omni-Man later this week.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
Ooh. And the backup, and one of the backup characters in Rick and Morty season 7. Please welcome Soda.
Well, I'm tweaking.
And of course, the least talented one of all, I am the Chieftain. We're here, and you love it, so don't lie.
Yeah.
So welcome to the insanity known as Laggin Out Live. And it looks like Soda is in that land of make-believe.
I am. I need a vacation. Somebody give me a
I had
vacation.
enough
Mushrooms from
shrooms yet to
Corenzo?
get all the way there, though.
Yeah, he made them for me. Sent him USPS. Says he,
Oni doesn't know this, but we made money from Corenzo last night. Because we plugged his website jokingly. He's like, hey, he said if you mentioned my website, it would give you money. So he gave us $20.69.
I mean, you mention it every
You know
week.
what? I salute a man of his word.
Yeah,
Good on
that's
you,
what he
mate.
said. That's actually what he said. I am a man of my word, and I'm going to give you that.
And he even put 69 in the
He
donation.
even put 69 in there.
You know, a man of
Nice.
quality.
I was waiting for her to just go, nice.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say nice.
Come on, we gotta spice it up a little bit.
You got it. Yeah, you don't give it that easy, right? You don't give it to us that easy. No, not at all. Yep. So let's
bite my tongue.
you know what I meant.
Attention! The preceding content is intended for mature audiences. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of the Lagging Out community, Lagging Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're under 18, get bent and pound sand.
Baja Mountain Blast is in season.
Well, I mean, this is the one from.
Botulism.
No, it's mostly fake. Okay, this one went bad on my divorce anniversary of 2022, so it's not that bad. Okay.
The fact that she
I
has
was-
to amend that with that bad.
Only I was
Oh, it
actually
also the
on
Sorry?
Amazon the other day, and there was like cases and cases of Baja Blast. I'm like, Badger, should I send your sister some of this?
No, they still got some over at my local Walmart. I'll probably pick up a
Okay.
case. I just was too lazy to make tea. I've already had enough sugar to, kill myself with, so might as well top it off. Which reminds me, that's a great segue into a non-topic, but just to put the icing on the cake. So I only got to painting 2 of the ceilings in my house so far, okay? Slow progress.
Oh,
Painting
he's
is not
doing
the
that, by
biggest
way,
deal.
guys.
So, of the paint colors available, and I'm not making this shit up.
And I'm Oni's wall.
What? Well, this is not the color. This is a wall. This is the original wall color. It's going to leave. I hate it. I'm going to need to make time to clear out the, critters.
It's very yellow.
Yeah, it's the grossest yellow. It's all over the fucking house, except for the wall that has wood paneling and the walls that have wood veneer. The kitchen had it. The ceilings have it. It's disgusting.
So you
So
you do know. I'm sorry. I'll be quick. You do know that
Never.
for some reason houses of that age it was like in fashion for them
In
to be
70s.
gross beige yellow, right?
oh, not just
Yeah.
that. Well,
My
yes,
family's
but
house
it was
is like
either
that.
gross beige yellow or white, and the fact that they're like it's a glossy kind of look. It's weird.
Ugh.
So, of course, I'm making it go away. So I've got 2 ceilings painted. I would have gone
Ghost,
with black,
why the
but
fuck did you say that you like light colored guacamole? That means it's bad.
here's the thing. I would have gone with black, but
Racist.
as my father said,
Yellow.
it's going to make the room feel smaller.
That's
And
true too.
if you're depressed, do you really want to look at all black walls? I'm like, it's got a point.
Plus, it's hard to paint over if you change your mind.
And it
Giant
hides
pain in the
issues.
ass.
And I'm like, never mind. Choosing another color. So
If you use
I
a
chose,
lighter color, Oni, it makes things look bigger. So
yes,
you want to consider
but
that.
the things that I don't. Hey, sorry, I don't have my computer room set up yet, so I've
It's
got.
like having
No, you're
children
fine.
or Tourette's.
Yes, and I apologize because they act just like children, minus the we'll grow up and pay
Squirrel.
taxes.
Squirrel.
Hmm.
Squirrel.
I chose a gray. I chose an off gray, a cool gray.
Right.
A gray that happens to actually be a very light teal, which is blue and green.
Okay.
What did they name this color
Seafoam.
officially?
Seafoam.
Oh no.
Crack.
Gray teal. No, it can't be that simple.
The official color name.
Snarlax.
Mountain
No
Dew,
way.
really?
They called it Mountain Dew?
Not
It's
as in the
cards.
soda. Although it does coincidentally look like Mountain Dew Baja Blast color, sort
Oh,
of.
wow.
It's supposed to be the dew of a mountain.
Right,
But I just
all right.
found it so fitting, and I thought you guys would absolutely despise it, so I had to share, of course.
More like
I
love
think
it.
Mountain Dew was actually code for a certain drug. I saw it on. I'm not sure where I saw it on TV, but
It
they
was
call
moonshine, I believe.
Moonshine. That's what it was. It was moonshine. Thank you, soda. Yes, that's correct.
That's hardly a drug,
Nope.
at least in my opinion. But
Yeah,
that
that's
totally
what
makes
they called
sense.
it.
And the fact that it was started in the mountains of the South, all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Appalachia, with people with no teeth.
I have
Wow,
a guy
dude.
I used to work
Uh-huh.
with that actually, whenever I asked him where he was from, because his southern accent is so unique and thick, I go,
And
"Where are you
racist.
from, dude?" He goes, "I'm from the foothills of Appalachia."
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they are bad.
Appalachia. They're all.
I mean, here's the thing though. You go from like one mountain ridge to another, feels like a million miles away from anywhere else. You could have entire communities with their own small culture going on, totally different from the neighbors.
Yeah,
Beard is extra.
Kentucky, yeah, had the worst. I mean, I lived in Texas all my life, and Kentucky accents were like, "What'd you say?"
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
Kentucky is
Yeah.
more north than Georgia, but that
Is it
was
Norther?
a thick accent.
Yeah,
Holy-
yeah. And they talk so fast. It's like, slow
Norther.
down. Like, slow down.
Thank you.
Norther.
I'm Norther. That was fucking great.
Oh man.
Oh no, Ssspinerwolf is canceled now. What am I doing? What am I going to do? What?
Well,
am I going
Ticker,
to
I
do?
think
What
you're
am-
doing it right now.
You're in the right spot.
Hang on, we
Alright.
can point and laugh.
I can put on some
Judge
movies
her.
for you if you want.
I mean, her ex-husband's name was Mr. Sausage. Just-
Whoa. Hey,
Mhm.
Gazoo.
So, hey, Gazoo, what's up?
Masturbating to a picture of soda. I
Jesus
mean, that's what
Christ.
you've been.
God, gross.
You've been doing that for like 10 years. So, I mean, let me
Ugh.
send you some new ones.
Oh my god.
That is a disturbing sentence, and I wish I didn't read that.
Let's change the subject. Let's see. If you scan this little picture here, this little QR code,
It'll
You can
send
go-
you Soda's nudes.
Please
it
no.
will not.
Sweet.
It will not send you Soda's nudes. We will not blind you like that.
Yeah.
You have to go to OnlyFans for that. But if you deem us worthy, you can donate via PayPal like that. That'll be fantastic. But if you don't, that's okay too. Oh, why is I was like, wait a second, my Photoshop's open?
My
You-
Illustrator XD is open.
So
Yeah, I
you
don't-
both were trying to hide the dirty deeds you were trying to edit. Got it.
We need soda news.
Oh my god, what the fuck? You know what? I'm gonna do it. First time I've ever done it to you, gonna do it.
There it is. We need nudes. Oh my god. I haven't seen that guy in forever, and then he comes in. I want to see nudes. Jesus. All right.
Well, I mean, he is the guy that wants to see all the anime.
We got a great picture for you guys tonight that Badger
Oh,
actually drew. So
Yeah, it's a very awesome picture. You guys are gonna appreciate that.
I might go get it
But,
tattooed.
Oh yeah, definitely. You might want to get tattooed if you
But
don't
then
want
I'd
to
be-
watch 3 hours of a funny podcast and have an attention span of a goldfish. You might want to check our YouTube channel at youtube.com/laggingout. That way you can find the funniest spots. Maybe only 7 minutes of your time, maybe just 15 seconds, but I can tell you it is comedy gold. So please go check us out at youtube.com/laggingout. That's youtube.com/laggingout. Laggingout.com. Don't watch it with your mom.
Whoa.
Unless you're Oni.
No.
Unless you're Oni.
Sure, Oni. And also, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we have our very own hashtag because those are free.
Oh,
One Up
yeah.
for boobies.
Sorry,
And you can also-
Astros win.
Fuck!
Sorry. I had to
Well,
say
that
it.
just
I'm
ruined
done.
Chieftain's
I'm done.
night.
I'm done.
And we'll see Chieftain
next
with
week,
us
guys.
tomorrow.
Have a good night, everybody.
We'll run it without him. We're good.
See you guys. On behalf. No, just kidding.
Trying to steal my trick.
Yeah, because you invented it. One up for boobies is our hashtag, and you can also buy this on our lag swag if you just hit ! Lag swag. Hopefully it'll work in the chat. You can go check out all our shirts there, including our One Up for Boobies shirt. See if that'll work. All right, there we go. There's the link in the chat. Thank you so much for the gift sub to Ticker Soda.
He deserves
Appreciate
it. Pushing my nudes.
Yeah. And now the first topic.
Finally.
It
It only took us almost 30 minutes to get here.
No, it's not that long.
22 minutes.
20
counting.
is.
Well, we remember we did the pre-roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's that. I'm just playing around. Come on, let me have my fun.
Stop
No.
hurting my feelings.
You don't have feelers.
That's true. I don't.
He's a
have feelings.
bullier. Just, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm a bully. Apparently,
Oh God.
newsflash. I'm a bully.
No, Tigger. We need you here. We need the view.
I don't.
All right.
Show-
So leading off, I
Show me
found
your
some
views.
fan-fucking-tastic news earlier this week or mid last week, and that news is that the
You're gay.
voice of Vincent Valentine in the new remade Final Fantasy VII is going to be Matt Mercer of Critical Role and what else?
What?
Oni, can you refresh my memory? What else is he from?
Critical Role. That's all I know him from.
I only ask you because you
Um,
brought it up, and now I can't.
I don't
remember.
I don't recall too much because I mean no disrespect. I don't follow anime for the voice actors. I follow certain anime for the characters.
I mean,
I don't know if he's done any of. I know he does great voices
Yes.
on.
he is a
Pretty-
general voice actor, so
Let me
Uh,
check that.
Here's the thing: a lot of the cartoon voice actors have been going over to anime because I mean there's a huge ass fucking market and
Oh,
a
shit.
backlog of it too.
Oh, Attack of Titans.
yeah.
You're gonna
have to help-
Titan,
You're gonna have to help me
Thundercats.
with this one, Oni. Kritsuga Amiya and Fate.
Wow, and Fate, Fallout
Shoot.
4, McCready.
Jotaro Kujo and
Oh,
Jojo
Kujuo
Bizarre.
Jotaro. Oh, okay.
Leon
Yeah.
Kuro
Kennedy
Mix-
from Resident Evil.
Oh
he's
yeah, that's
done a-
right. He was Leon. Forgot about that.
Crom from Fire Emblem Awakening. That's a big deal, actually.
He's been in a bunch. I didn't know that.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, he's got an extensive list.
I love him on Critical Role. He's great. He's great as DM, I think, in the world. I'd have to say.
No way. He's in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah, he is.
I feel I feel terrible. I should have
10
known
out.
like half of this shit.
He even he was actually in an episode by Joe Cat as himself for a crap guide to Dungeons and Dragons, the Dungeon Master Edition, which was the finale of the series.
Over 15 different voices.
Yep,
Like
very
me.
very very cool guy, and seems very sincere about with his
Mhm.
friends.
Yeah.
And of course, the motherfucker's handsome too, right? So
Yeah,
he's got
right.
everything going for him.
I literally do not give a fuck.
I do.
Okay, that sounds like a you problem, or you're just jealous.
It is. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
it's the weekend.
absolutely.
Yeah, he wants to date Matt Mercer. He
Well,
probably has to
that's
get
a different level there, Oni. But I'm just saying.
I mean, I
But
would.
I mean, he seems like a really sincere guy, so it's no surprise that he's got such a following. I mean, Vincent Valentine is, to my knowledge, a bit of a fan favorite amongst the Final Fantasy community.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
have a standalone game called Dirge of Cerberus, and I will say this. WatchMojo.com did an episode about some video game, and this was in it. And then they were like, and what's a dirge? I'm like, okay, you
That's
dense
soda,
fuck.
not me, ticker.
A dirge is a funerary song. That's all a dirge is. It's not like a requiem. It's like, it's heavy. It's like when you're going to the fucking funeral, you're putting the body in the ground. That's a dirge. So I know Vincent Valentine's like that edgy, dark character everybody loves, and
Yeah.
drool over them. So yeah, but I mean, Matt Mercer does a great job from what I've heard. So I know they've probably been keeping that one close to their chest because again, Matt Mercer, Vincent Valentine. So, and I know there's been talks about if they're going to include Ruby weapon, Emerald weapon. I think there was even talks of maybe adding the Ultima weapon if it wasn't already there, and I think
Oh, that's cool.
what was it? Diamond weapon? Whatever. So
There's so many I don't.
I know the ultimate weapon. I thought that many of times.
So I don't know if they're going to be including those or if those are going to be like super duper end game content. But
Knights of the Round Table would be cool.
It might be a little early to do that one though.
I am checking my phone for Twitch, so that's why I'm looking at that. You can't see that.
Make sure there's somebody on Kick and YouTube too, guys.
I can jump on Kick on.
I just remembered that. Well, if it doesn't
I
crash
am
out like it
on
did last week.
Kick, and I am on YouTube.
Pull up Kick off.
So that's quick update for you there, Chieftain. YouTube seems to be working, unless you were talking about other types of issues.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Only one on Kick. What? It should be blowing up over there.
Do.
As far as this goes, I thought it was really fun and awesome. I had forgotten how absolutely much this guy had done. Vincent Valentine is in fact a huge fan favorite. He was the first gothic pretty boy of gothic pretty boys in video games.
So goth, I shit bats.
What about Sephiroth?
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know
up
if I'd
there.
call him gothic.
Yeah,
But
he's a pretty boy.
Vincent was
Nova.
definitely the edgelord of edgelords.
Oh yeah, no. Well, okay. Vincent was more
Oh,
the
we're offline
secret
on
good
Kick.
guy edgelord, or
Yes.
anti-hero edgelord. Sephiroth was the I can fix him.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
Okay.
And there's a reason why Tyr has his response that he has. Love you, bro. But that's all I have to say about that. I don't know if Soda and Chieftain have anything to offer on this.
I mean, I love this dude. So
Hey, is that our new
Courtney.
social media marketing expert?
What?
It is Courtney St. Clair.
Thank
She is our
you.
social media intern, so please make her feel welcome and thank you for the follow.
Hey.
Court St. Clair, she's awesome. She's great. If you see any of our promos, you can thank Rogue Raven and Court St. Clair. It's me. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to be a few hours behind, so that way it's not as late for you. Great.
Welcome
great,
back,
good to see you.
Mojo. I'm glad to see you.
Mojo is here as well. Morning,
Yeet.
all. Mojo is here. All our friends are in here. We're at lucky 13 viewers.
Hey,
14.
I can dig that. Good shit.
13, and it is Halloween season, so 13 is always an interesting number. Unless you're A-Rod that wants his number retired as a Yankee. But that is different. That is not a topic.
Well, they can do it with the
Never
Rangers after they lose the series.
Well, he was number 3 for the Rangers, remember?
Oh yeah.
Hey, what
What?
up, Spectral?
Spectral
thank
X
you.
with a follow. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow.
Yes, sir.
Spectral, how'd you find us?
Yeah,
I don't know what your surname would be. I don't know what your pronouns are, so I'll just call you Cyril. So I don't know.
Spectral.
Spectral, sorry. Spectral. I can't
Don't
where
ghost
is it?
us.
Spectral, there it is. Spectral X. There it is. Okay. Super-tastic. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to you
Uh-oh.
Chief Wrong Checker.
Apparently, get muted.
He can't. He
Bruh.
spelled it wrong.
He can't because he spelled my name wrong, so
Oh,
that's
fair enough.
not me. So
It's only 750 to mute.
Really?
Well, God, I
If
can mute
we-
the rest of the stream.
you can only do it 4 times a stream.
Damn it.
But anyway, before I go on mute, I don't have anything to say on this one anyway, so go ahead.
Okay.
So-
Yeah. I love Matt Mercer. Like I said, I've been watching Critical Role probably before they were even, getting the bazillion views that they get now. I love his shows. I love his DMing. It's just like he gets so into it. If you haven't ever watched this guy on Critical Role, you should. He's like, of course, they have an amazing cast of people on that show, but yeah, I mean, great dude. He's chill, great dungeon master. Like, I mean, he should charge. He could probably make a fortune just charging to be a DM. Honestly,
Probably doesn't need to at this point.
Well, yeah, true. I didn't know he was in all this. Like, I don't watch, a lot of anime, so maybe I'll have to start, Badger?
I would say about half of it is his credits are video games, and the other half is anime. And
Yeah,
I don't know. He just if nobody else has anything to say,
I'll probably play this game. So
is that you raising your hand, Oni?
Yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
So just a little fact that I'm sure everybody knows anyways, but Matt Mercer actually didn't start DMing until last couple of years because of the fact that he had a bad experience with a dungeon master. So he wanted to do the opposite and wanted other people to have fun and not go through what he had to go through. And given the circle of people he worked with and became very close friends with, wound up being a lot of other voice actors. I mean, Laura Bailey, Liam O'Brien, all those folks that he works with on Critical Role, those are other voice actors and actresses. So they've been in the same circles and they all had a shared interest, and that's how Critical Role got started. So it's always fun to see, or at least it's an eye opener to see how and why certain things have come to be, the choices that people have made, or the happenstance by which we make certain decisions. So, of course, he's never going to give up voice acting. He's way too popular and way too good at it. I think he enjoys it too much. So, should be very fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I think the whole crew that he runs with makes it absolutely hilarious, bombastic, and great. And it's funny because I think most of what I've seen out of Critical Role has been quite literally random animations being put to to them talking during their campaigns, to their conversations, to their characters talking and everything. So it turns it into like a very, very meta cartoon, and it's hilarious. So I think it's great. But if there's nothing else, I think we can go on, Chief. Wordlessly going to the next.
What is up with Kick?
Is Kick being broken?
Well, yeah, it's showing us for like a minute, cutting us off for a minute, but it's back on. Kept there.
Might be something with
Yeah.
Kick, then not us then.
Yeah, I see it doing the same thing on my end. Hit the refresh on it, see if that does anything.
Right.
Oh, yep, refresh brought it back. Okay.
Oh, that's so weird.
Um,
This like
Yeah,
our,
it
our
went off
buddy,
again.
our buddy's getting so much shit from all angles. This guy.
Stupid.
there's no getting out of it, like no going around it. This upsets me in ways that I think only you guys would understand.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any one of us needs to lead this topic beyond just a little recap. So
Is this a video? Or
yes,
is that...
this is a video. Actually, there's 3 videos. This one, the follow on of what happened after that we both talked about, and then the third one that you requested actually a while ago, where he basically says you don't deserve anything. You get what people choose to give
Right.
you.
Right.
But as far as this topic is concerned, it's kind of in depth. It's effectively about how retarded or sorry Mojo.
Ridiculous.
Yes, about
how ridiculous things are.
Yeah.
Asinine.
Yes,
Asinine
that's even
and
better.
stupid,
How
yeah.
absolutely asinine cancel culture can be.
It is.
So this video is actually probably too long for us to just play as a clip.
We'll
so
just watch like the first couple of minutes and then
I'll give an umbrella cap. International School of Ministry is suing the Rippaverse.
Who are they?
And the International School of Ministry is
spells out ISOM.
It spells out ISOM, and it's actually trademarked to be pronounced ISOM. The main character of ISOM is the superhero ISOM
from his comic.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where it is. Where
just
it all
for new
lies.
people that are in here, because we have 18 people in here, so there are some new. So we do a little bit of backstory would be helpful. So that's all.
So the extended story in a shorter version is that some concern troll, as we will call them, some absolute brainlet decided to email the International School of Ministry a troll letter that was pretending to be concerned that the character ISOM was endorsed by the International School of Ministry in using their trademark, which in a fashion forced their hand to sue Rippaverse. Their intent was apparently to come to an agreement to where they could settle without an actual lawsuit. The details are that the settlement didn't happen, and I'd rather let him speak for himself. But in a roundabout way, these concern trolls are causing him no end to pain. And then there was a follow-on. But let's go on and go as far into this video as you want. I don't remember how long it is.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is shocking. The International School of Ministry is a video-based Bible school. According to their own words, their vision is to turn every local church in the world into a ministry training center and then into a church planting center. According to their statement of faith, they believe in the deity of our Lord Jesus Christ, in his virgin birth, and in his bodily resurrection. They believe the Bible to be the inspired and infallible word of God. And this is partially why I'm shocked that a Christian organization would do such a thing and bring us into a baseless trademark lawsuit. Before I proceed with the rest of our statement, I'd like to be very clear. We were not in any communication with Good Shepherd or the International School of Ministry prior to the filing of the lawsuit. There were no obvious opportunities presented to engage in a good faith conversation before the lawsuit was filed about what's being alleged. We were not made aware that the International School of Ministry had any issues with the Rippaverse until the lawsuit was filed. Not only did this make this ordeal public, but it was also news to us. So if anybody alleges that Good Shepherd just wanted to get clarification, we find that filing a lawsuit is an interesting way to go about it. Despite all of this, we still had no problems entering into a good faith discussion with the International School of Ministry. If the main issue was centered around assuring there was distinction between the Rippaverse and the International School of Ministry, we were open to negotiations. We disagree that anyone would truly confuse a ministry and a comic book company or comic book character, but we were certainly open to hearing and addressing real concerns. We had some settlement discussions, and we thought that we
Anyways,
Uh,
I'm not gonna.
there you go. But yeah, you could see like they were trying to sue him over the name, but he kind of goes on.
yeah, it's a 13-minute lawsuit conversation. It talks about literally the entirety of all the details of the lawsuit at that point in time.
I thought his character was named after his grandfather. So.
yeah.
That is explained in that video, which is where this video follows up with. His great-great-grandfather was named
Listen to this,
Isan. But Oni, you have a question.
It's not a question. It's just kind of a, if I may add a little bit of fluff to this.
Oh yeah.
Trademark lawsuits are actually not as uncommon as it really seems. They just tend to not go anywhere. You'll hear it every once in a while. A big name company goes after some other smaller brand, not necessarily just because they're assholes, but because if something even remotely is similar to their product, they consider it reasonable practice or something to file lawsuits or copyright claims or allegations, partly to see if it'll go anywhere and partly to protect their brand. It's a very unfortunately common practice, but in this case, I am very glad to hear that both parties were able and willing to settle this out of court and without having to act. Oh, they didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you said
there
that...
was settlement. There's allegedly settlement discussions. In fact, in the initial filing from International School of Ministries, the CEO, whatever, the organizer, the boss, like basically lies and says we attempted to settle this in good faith, but found no reasonable terms to agree to.
What?
And this guy being in charge of a Christian ministry, it just, when I heard the whole video, it was 13 minutes, and I understood and grasped it to the extent that this guy is literally seeing blood in the water and is effectively trying to squeeze him for money.
Where is this place even located?
Online, apparently.
It is they've been a long-standing organization too. They're a non-profit on top of that. So
What?
That doesn't mean shit to me.
No,
And with all
Right?
due
Not now,
respect,
dude.
and with all due respect, when you start adding the church and the name of God in that, I start believing you less and less.
Exactly.
The
exactly
mega-
where I was going with it.
Mega churches make so much money with
Right.
that stuff. It's like they hide behind Christianity, but they're really a money making.
And they have no taxes. So.
Wait, that can't be it.
It's mega churches are known for that shit. Remember that dude, Olstein, Joel Olstein?
Yes,
He
I'm
had a
trying
mega
to
church
forget.
in Louisiana, and all these people were displaced in Louisiana, and he wouldn't want to let them in and get his church dirty. He had a huge mega church where he could have housed a lot of people that were displaced from houses being destroyed, and he did not allow them in his church. That speaks volumes. There's a lot of ministries out there that are fake Christians.
Yep.
That are just like the big red flag for this, Oni, is they wear Armani suits when they're doing their lectures or they're doing their these big expensive. I'm sure if you've seen it before.
And they're driving BMWs and have helicopters.
Cars and have helicopters.
Look,
and
I've been in the Bible Belt for a bit. I know it's probably no secret. I'm not a good Christian. I'm really rather bad at it. But the thing I take issue with, how I practice or don't practice my personal beliefs is my fucking choice.
Mm-hmm.
I have had an issue with churches. One, because there's people involved, so that's probably the big problem.
So many people.
But the thing is that
Aw.
Oftentimes there's this dogmatic approach to the congregation. You need to like the church. It has to be godly. It has to be this, that, and the other. So either it's confirmation bias or you need to assimilate to their culture.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of which are ideas I really like, and especially when you get religion involved, because now you're holding up spirituality and some form of holiness on as a carrot on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
When if you go into the Christian Bibles, at least with many translations
Oh
out,
God, here we go.
they will state it's a personal practice. That yes, you're supposed to be able to congregate with people, but you're all supposed to learn. And
When you
yeah,
gather three in my name, I am there, or something like that. I'm
and there's
paraphrasing the scripture there, but yeah.
but the
Paraphrase
idea
good.
of you'll have the leader of the church driving the most expensive vehicle, wearing the most
Yeah.
expensive suits, that is not uncommon because you also have to remember they don't pay taxes.
Yep.
Christian buildings don't pay taxes. I can't say
Well,
the same about the rest of the denominations or religions,
religions, or just religions in general, they don't. If it's a
but
mosque or a synagogue or a Sikh temple or something like that, they're omitted from paying taxes. So I agree.
Very lucrative.
Yeah, and I also I don't think it should be like a black and white thing. Like all churches should pay taxes. I'm like, no, because most of the churches are doing what they're supposed to do. You know, they survive on donations and that sort of thing.
Usually the smaller ones.
This particular church is it looks like a cash grab to me.
Honestly,
so that's what
they've been around for a minute, but this
I don't care.
lawsuit looks like a cash grab to me. I don't know about the church itself.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
But
I mean, it seems like he's getting it from all ends with the church and with
and now
like this dude that was looking up his great grandfather, which we'll be talking about in about 30 seconds.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say, just go ahead and start the next video.
Yeah,
he looks so upset in this, and it
right
burned my ass in ways that wow.
So like this is like, as if you don't know who Eric July is, he's an independent comic book creator, and he's got a lot of haters because he's got a libertarian political status. He takes a little bit of liberal, a little bit of conservative, and he has his own beliefs, and the far left bomb throwers are looking to destroy him for any reason they can. They call him a bunch of names, and Uncle Tom, bigot, like he's heard everything. So this is one of his haters going a little bit too far. I'll let him explain it to you if it plays.
Let this video serve as a reminder to each and every artist and entertainer that's
wrong
out
one.
there. Nobody owes.
Sorry.
It's a good one to go to, but there we go.
I'm not going to lie, this is one of the more difficult videos that I've had to record.
Wow.
And the reason I'm doing it is because I just want folks that maybe missed this to just understand what type of individuals it is that I'm dealing with, and how jacked up they really are. Okay. These are not normal folk. This is a line that I, of course, would never even think about crossing. I would never encourage anybody to do this. Now, just to give you guys context, because of a recent event, I've told you guys why the character of Avery Sealman is named Isom, and he's named after my great grandfather, and that was not even that long ago. And one of these detractors of mine, again, floats around the same clique of dipsticks that do this goofy stuff, and everything's a joke, everything's a gag, everything that they do is justified. And I'm gonna just show you what happened. Again, that I just did that video, and one of these detractors went to my great grandfather's grave and put stuff on it and took a picture of it because haha, it's just fun, it's giggles and all that good stuff. And this is his grave. And he had to do a lot of research to go find this because my family on that side are all like in very small cemeteries, managed by, very small churches out there in Arkansas.
and they thought that this was good to do. And of course, the bunny reference. You know where that comes from. I don't have to repeat
I actually
that.
didn't.
Yeah, I had to tell you about that.
And I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, this happened.
It's
right?
racial
The guy
slang.
went there, it's all jokes, and as a CYA, and it's not really funny, but it's a CYA trying to say, hey guys, I know I'm showing this thing off, but don't go to it, nudge, nudge, and defecate on the grave or anything like that. Don't do that. Haha. These guys need help. The church need help. So if anything, just send them donations and all that. You know what it is that you're doing. Is this appropriate? Of course not. Because we know what it is you are. Even this guy's freaking name. He says, howdy, I'm Jesse, the conqueror of Isam's grave.
That's a bold
And
fucking
of course,
statement, white boy.
speaking, what's going to happen? You're going to have folks
Right.
that
Didn't even have the balls to show your
everything
face.
every reaction that it is that I have is unjustified, right? It's not a big deal. You just ignore it. Should have ignored it. You had it coming. This is what you get. All that sort of stuff, because nothing that. It's funny even watching folks that you think were on our side of the aisle, right? And when these folks do goofy stuff, show up places that they don't need to be at, it's a footnote. Oh yeah, that person shouldn't have done that. It's a footnote, right? It's like, hey, a little asterisk, that person should have done this. But let me tell you about yourself and why you're wrong to want to feel the way that you do. As if it just takes so much out of them to just say, dude, these people are messed up. And of course, yeah, they want nothing more than the destruction of my business, destruction of everything it is that I built. All for what? Because I had some opinions that it is that you don't like on comic books, right? Like, again, you can't even say that this is something that, like, hey, you did this. No, I don't encourage people to go show up to people's dead grandparents' spots. I don't encourage people to go to folks' houses. I don't encourage people to go to folks' businesses. I don't do that, man. That's not anything that let me say this. I specifically advocate against doing that type of stuff. But for me, everything is justified to these weirdos. But that's what I just wanted to point out. Like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. And by the way, yes, that's the Isom Knox. That's the
Oh, there it says his name on the top there, Isom.
Because we all know, right? Obviously,
Yep.
if you guys have old folk, even my grandmother, like, it's always been a debate on what year it was that my own grandmother was born in, right? That's the only thing the headstone got wrong, right? Because technically it wasn't 48, it was 51 when he was born, but that was the year he died. That's Isom Knox. That's this character is named after that man. And because everything's a gag, they get to go there, and of course it'll be a footnote, right, to some of these guys. You should have ignored it. What's the big deal? It's gonna somehow be my fault that this happened.
There's only 3 likes and 8 comments on it.
On Eric's video or
on this thing right here?
Oh, on the original the clip of that guy, or
yeah, this guy's tweet. This
yeah,
Casey Jones looking motherfucker.
I wouldn't even give it Casey Jones. That's too much credit.
Here's the thing. I want to just clarify this before anyone thinks I was being racist, because I find it funny, not in the haha, but in the what a fucking coincidence. This guy, who isn't showing his face, who is desecrating a grave, is preaching about all this shit to a man who has been gone for a very long time. And also, I don't know, I can't read the years on that tombstone.
1848 to 1927.
Yeah.
He died and lived as a Christian, it says.
He never got the same respect that he deserved as that boy on that near that tombstone is.
Yeah.
So it's easy for this guy to be able to preach about that shit and leave disrespectful trash at his grave with the skin tone that he has in the year and age he's living in.
Mm-hmm.
When back then, I mean, I'm sure most of us remember why Mr. T calls himself Mr. T. It's because he remembered watching his dad never get the same respect. He was always called boy or something else derogatory, even though he was a full-grown man.
Right.
So Mr. T said, I'm going to get that fucking respect. I deserve that. And I'm going to wear that with pride in the hopes that maybe my father can get that from me, can feel that through my soul. And yet this brat is pulling this shit. For starters, you don't fuck with dead people's graves. You don't fuck with dead people. That's
Right.
off fucking limits. But no, it's okay because he's not the right skin tone. He's not staying where he should in the lines where he's supposed to be, right? Because that's not a rhetoric we've heard before.
Right.
How fucking ignorant. And again, throw your fucking gang signs somewhere else. And how dare you go and find someone like that? How dare you go that fucking into it? One, you have way too much fucking time on your hands.
Yeah. I
Two,
agree.
you went to a private property to do this. You clearly have no
The
respect
church.
for
Yeah.
any of this, any of the people involved. Now, I will say, I am in awe that Mr. July's family can be traced so far back in
Yeah, that's pretty
America,
amazing.
let alone as far back as it is at all. Because I know from my experience, my family tree that I know
Go
of
straight up.
doesn't. No, fucking disgusting. My
Go
family
ahead,
tree.
go.
The what?
I'm
No.
just making a joke. Go ahead.
My family tree doesn't go very far back.
Right.
Okay, it's a very. Some of it's tight knit, some of it's chopped off.
Yeah.
But there's not much history in America until, to my knowledge, around the turn of the century of like the 1900s. And even then, I don't have paper records of anything.
What generation American are you? Are you first, second?
No, it's mixed. Okay, I couldn't tell you. It's not going to be a full
Yeah.
number. I
I'm
don't
second
care.
and third, depending on what side of the family. But yeah, go ahead, wrap it up. You're fine.
But Mr. July can trace his roots back pretty damn far. I think that's really special. And instead of just admiring that or going, wow, that's really cool that you would dedicate your mainline comic, the trailblazing starter of your company, after your great-great-grandfather or great-great-great-grandfather, which, by the way, great fucking name. Never heard of it a day in my life until I heard these comics, but that feels like a good name. But then you got this bitch fucking that up. Depending on the size of the church, depending on where it is, they might have a record of you. So, and if it's as deep in the South as I am going to assume,
He said Arkansas, so
exactly, they're going to remember you.
Oh yeah.
You can wear the mask all you want. No. So
it's a small church, Oni. So you know someone saw him without the mask.
oh yeah, and they talk. They are going to talk.
Oh yeah,
they're
Yekas
going to
in those
share
little
that.
towns. Everybody
So,
knows everyone's business.
Yeah.
Right, Soda?
Yeah, for sure.
So you are really just ignorant, dumb, disrespectful, and really just a waste of space. You are denigrating the very earth you walk on by existing. What a shame. I hope you plant more trees to make up for the loss of oxygen for the rest of us.
Right.
And Mr. July, I am so sorry that you're having to put up with that.
Yeah, it's
That
fucked up.
is a horrifying level of disrespect and disgust.
Soda.
I'm with Odie. It's fucking just horrible that not only that they went back that far to find that grave, it's like if somebody did that to my grandfather's grave, I would find them. I would hunt them down and I would no, you know the saying on that one. So
Yeah.
Get creative.
yeah, very creative.
Hey, Oni, can I borrow your flamethrower, please?
Allegedly.
And not only this,
Allegedly.
you guys know
Oh,
I'm not. Sorry, Odie.
No, please.
Oh, I'm not super religious, but this is horrible. He's gonna have some shit coming his way, I assume. So
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
They try to frame it like a good Christian thing.
I had to
No.
zoom in to make sure it wasn't Photoshop. I'm like this.
Yeah, it doesn't look Photoshop, man.
The only thing that bugged me was the arm, but when I zoomed in, it doesn't look Photoshop. So this guy has some balls.
The first thing I check with that Soda is the shadows, the colors of the shadows, the angles of the shadows, and they match. If you see the shadow where he is here, seated right here, and you see this here, it's the same color, same angle. The shadow cast from the grave is accurate to his pants. It's here, everything's lining up. Contact shadow right here, self shadowing right here. It is legit. And you have two people with 3 master's degrees confirming this. This is a legit photo.
Yeah, yeah.
So we wish we were wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I misplaced my flamethrower into your trunk and left a full canister of fuel. If you see it, may you bring it back when you're done. Yeah, no problem. That's awesome, Odie.
And I agree. We all love Eric.
The
So
evil smile of Oni that I've missed so much.
Eric, we definitely are very sorry this happened. It sucks, and we wish you the best as always. So
yeah, we love you.
You were ashamed that guy got haunted.
No, that's pretty much what I was saying in a nice way.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if a dark figure haunted him at 3 a.m. when he was trying to sleep, because people like that don't deserve it.
Especially,
hey, Chieftain, you got to give me more credit than that. You ain't gonna see me. I'm gonna reach out and touch him.
Caress his face like this.
Allegedly.
Well, I assume too.
What are you talking about? I'm not pointing at anything or holding anything that may or may not be misconstrued.
It's just a part of the cemetery too. It's so old.
You can tell.
It's probably got a certain generation buried there. That's usually how it works.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And they're probably like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, 1843. So
that could still be where
he made
segregation.
Comments. Oh, sorry.
No, I was done.
Yeah, I'm good. I was just saying it's probably a segregated cemetery is what I was going at.
Yeah.
It could be 1843. You referenced the year.
Yeah.
He was saying he was saying in the video that the only discrepancy as far as that grave was concerned has been what year he was born.
Yeah.
Because nobody seemed to know or get it right. And at the time, that particular point in time, it's kind of hard to get people's ages right because records were never really kept accurately because,
yeah.
During that period of time, not everybody had the rights to be recorded properly.
Also, different calendar systems. Also, some places, and to this day, record your age differently. Certain places, when you are born, you are considered 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So
it says 1848 there. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, but yeah.
It was probably pretty close. And again, depending on where he was, there could have been a record keeper who was accurate for whatever reason. Okay, I won't make assumptions because I don't know anything, but there could have been decent enough records kept depending on where he was. But we can assume it's probably pretty close. But again, I just want to point this out. From the 1840s to early 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long life.
Is that almost 89 years?
80 some odd years. And that's in a time period when that you were lucky to hit 50. So
Right.
that's impressive. That is a very long-lived life.
They didn't have processed foods back then.
Yeah, they also didn't have really great medical care. So
That too, yeah. Plus, when you were a certain race back then, you probably weren't exposed to great medical care in the first place.
in
Mhm.
especially in the deep south.
In the deep south, yeah. There are
Tuskegee.
still some places like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we forgot about that.
Anyways, so the follow-on video to this is kind of the bounce back. Like he recovered pretty quick, and he makes a point that Chieftain. I made sure to include this video at your request. I think it might have been last week, but you said it'd be good because it's a good message.
Yeah. I'll set it up right now.
Let this video serve as a reminder to each and every artist and entertainer that's out there. Nobody owes you support. This applies to me, you, and everybody else. Though that seems like a basic, obvious statement, actions and expectations show that this sense ain't so common. I get it. You probably think that narcissism is a prerequisite for being an artist, but it doesn't have to be that way. We're not talking about mere disagreement or even having a particular taste. What I'm referring to is the
That
culture
Badger?
in which some people believe as artists that the industry should
Could be.
march to their beat. So much so that when they don't get the support and admiration that they feel they're deserving of, they get frustrated at more successful entertainers or worse, the customers. This is my theory as to why this is the case. The
See?
industry standards set people up to have this mindset.
Schmidt.
Also, the status quo is changing, and that uncertainty has people frightened and confused. For decades, if you were working as a creative in entertainment, you were just a contractor. This is especially the case for the mainstream product. In other words, outside of potential bonus structures, your paycheck wasn't tied to how well that product did. Sure, performance of a creative project that you were on could help or hurt your career, but you're getting payment for that specific gig regardless. So most creators have someone else taking the risk and subsidizing their creativity. You never really answered to the customers. For a very long time, what was considered mainstream was just a system cycling through what they deemed as proper channels. This system was obviously created by and to benefit the mainstream. It was designed to preserve it. In order to get this gig, you needed to go to that school and to be trained by that establishment. To get this gig, you needed to be vouched for by someone that already went through that system, etc. This is why I kept telling you not to look at the actors and writers unions like a resistance to the mega corporation. No, they are very much a part of the machine. They ice out those that are not part of their unions, and their deals are with the mega corporations predominantly. This is why trying to build largely outside of working with the AMPTP wasn't remotely considered. It wasn't even on the table, despite that being a perfect time to do so. Once upon a time, everybody hit a ceiling. You simply couldn't be that successful unless you were doing the mainstream thing. So you have a sense of entitlement by creators that were all churned through this same system. Going through that system gave them a sense of importance. They don't want to feel like they've been duped or they wasted their time, so they'll always be protective of the status quo. They'll always feel that their opinion is the opinion because they think they speak from a sense of authority. It's a classic sense of elitism. The thing that changed in recent years is through the power of the internet and technology, the means got decentralized and made more affordable. The ceiling is no longer there and the barrier of entry has been lowered. But this is a very recent phenomenon. So the vast majority of the workers are still people that were all cogs in the machine. They don't know any better. They want their time and affiliation to be validated, and some still think that money just comes out of thin air because they're contractors. But in addition to decentralization came the rise of social media. So now those creatives have no problem being public about their feelings on various topics. Where they really messed up is that they started to publicly treat the customers with contempt. If you were a fan of a property and you took exception to a recent installment, you were told that you were all this and the Forbes. God forbid you didn't vote in a way that they expected you to. So you learn who these creatives actually were, all while their status quo was being threatened. Here's the truth. As much as it may hurt your ego, the primary group of people that matter are the ones you're trying to entertain. It's not your establishment or your peers that went through it. The customers don't generally care what school you went to, who you trained with, who co-signs you. Is the product sufficient to that target audience?
Jordan
That's all that really
Smith,
matters.
the number
See,
is, hold on.
now you have a rise of the independents. Some just started, some have detached themselves from the status quo. This angers the establishment members because they feel that you're skipping the line. They feel more deserving because they think because they've gone through this system, they are far more deserving than you are. They're the equivalent of little baby gangsters trying to check someone that moves.
Baby gangsters.
You know, going on somewhere.
Baby
Being
gangsters.
mad at
Magic.
independents will not get you more support. That's because you're not owed support. If you want people's attention and money, earn
Laggin Out presents Baby Gangsters.
it. But you're realizing that your control over the space is dwindling and clout is about the only thing you'll be able to cling to when the new generation of talent that was detached from the status quo start to manifest into successful, profitable assets.
All right.
We're only at the beginning, and you can't stop the inevitable.
Make sure you follow Eric July's YouTube channel as well. Rippaverse, I think it is. We can actually give the website too if you want to give him support as well, and let him know that we sent you. 'cause-
Allow me to look that up. And his YouTube channel is actually Young Rippa 59. Young, like youngish. Rippa, like RIPPA 59. And I will get his website. Just a
I got it. I already posted it. isom.org.
No.
Oh, what's that?
ISOM.org is the people suing him.
Oh, okay, that's, okay. Oh, isom.org.
Delete.
That is, yeah, that's the place that's suing them. isom.org. What the hell is that?
Yeah, something.
There.
Is there a word?
I love you, chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, here's Young Rippa 59. I'll put that in there. And then we can grab
There's
that
the
one.
website.
Yeah, it's the website, yeah. Make sure you give him support. He's a really good guy. We had him on the show. He's got a really good sense of humor, too. Dealing with us is like you need a good sense of humor. And also Caro Brown, she's really awesome, too. You want to follow her. She's a writer. And I know that Raven talks with her once in a while on socials, on our social media stuff. It's part of our outreach. We talk to them all the time. So they're good people. But basically, the main idea of this whole video is no one owes you shit. So it doesn't matter if you went to the best animation school in the world, or no one cares if you worked for Disney.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They just want what have you done for me lately? Basically, what is your latest thing that you've done? And if no one likes it, no one owes you. Because he makes a good point. Like no one owes you a favor. The companies are accumulating all the risk, so that way you can do what you went to school for. You're not accumulating any risk working for another company. You're getting paid for what you getting paid what you owe. If you want to go out there on your own and do it on your own, you're accumulating a lot of the risk, so you'll get paid more. That's how life works. That's why, why are these CEOs making so much money? We should eat the rich. And like you hear all this bullshit. And
They're
I'm
the
like,
ones
well,
paying your salary.
exactly. It's like, why are they making $14 million a year? It's like, because they're accumulating all the risk. They're taking the risk making these multi-million-dollar decisions every day. There shouldn't be a maximum of their pay. They should get paid as much as they want to get paid. Oh, but then they fire all the people underneath. I'm like, yeah, but they also hire all the people underneath.
Here's the thing, it's never going to be fully black and white. And really, you just need to be able to make your own decisions. You can take it even further than just the whole business side of the house. If you act like the world doesn't owe you anything, that the world will still continue to spin regardless of whether you're walking this earth or not, and you realize that regardless of the decisions you make, there will always be more decisions that you can make to either change, add, subtract to what's going on in your life right now. You'll be a lot happier. instead of walking around with a chip on your shoulder, thinking the world owes you, that you're the victim, that the world's out to get you. Sometimes, will there be times where the world is kicking you down? Yes.
Every day.
Every
But
day.
you know what?
But
Shit sucks for everybody at some
that's
point
the
or
thing.
another.
And yes, it's
Life
easy to
is hard. Wear a
say.
helmet.
It's easy to say yes when my life is pretty fucking good. Okay, first world problems.
Mm-hmm. Life is hard. Wear a helmet.
But I would really
Yeah.
rather live with the responsibilities that I have and that I need to take care of than rely on someone to do it for me. If you're constantly living where someone has to take care of you, you are reliant solely on other people all the time. It's gonna get real fucking difficult out there. You won't know how to swim, and the water gets deep real fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, if you just live your life one step at a time, doing what you can with what you've got, you won't make much progress very often. You won't make very fast progress. You won't be able to see it every day. But over time, you will see it. And sometimes it's in the company that you keep. Sometimes it is
When you're talking in your
in
sleep.
how you think. It's in how you react to things. If you start learning and gaining that self-control, that accountability, that responsibility, you might just surprise yourself what you're capable of. But it takes doing some serious soul searching, and it will suck. Just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Accept the suck.
Embrace the suck.
I could not see the Star Wars video.
So, if you like our videos, you can follow us in many places to see more of that hilarity. You can find us on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, Rumble, and Facebook. And also, so does Ass.
Yep. Just ask nicely.
On Saturdays only.
No,
Days
just
when
ask
you know why.
nicely.
Oh, okay. If you want to sell yourself that short.
Yeah, I'm pretty cheap.
Also,
Please
Yeah,
go watch
right.
this fucking video. This is the greatest video ever. We need the views. What are we at now? I haven't checked.
Oh no! If someone wants to put a link in the chat, that'll be great.
We need 1,000. Let me find it.
And check out Hero's nipple clamps on the thumbnails right here.
I need to have fucking Lagging Out
Hero's icon
Entertainment.
is our nipple coverings.
Let me
We
get
call
this
those
for you guys.
pasties.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let's
sell them on
say.
the store. They're gonna be called Hero pasties.
Let's find.
I thought I was well traveled. I didn't want to be that well traveled.
Come on. 37 views. We can do better than that guy.
That's
Good grief! I
pathetic.
would have thought we'd have had way more than that by now.
I
Yeah.
put so much work into that video. It's
This
like
is-
I literally put like 2 weeks of work into those videos. 2 weeks.
2
and
weeks
also
later.
2 weeks later, Oni has her American Gamer t-shirt on tonight. American Gamer, there we go. It
Yep.
looks clean, it looks fresh, it's probably Downy fresh.
So fresh
I
and
use
so
Arm
pink
and Hammer
here.
actually.
Arm & Hammer, I am not surprised you use something very tough, with a tough name, Arm & Hammer.
Well, I mean, it works. It smells fresh and fucking. I mean, to be fair, one person. I don't really make that much dirty laundry. You know, jug lasts damn near forever.
Well, there you go.
How can this video only have 37
I
views?
have no
It's
idea.
so
Our
funny.
last videos that were compilations did way better than that.
What's wrong with
We're
you
getting
people?
canceled.
Don't
Courtney,
worry,
help.
folks. Remember, we have a social media intern. She probably has a plan brewing in her head already.
She probably has
We must
an
have
evil
faith.
plan for us to take over the world.
I can do that. I'm game.
Absolutely down with that. I could use some uplifting.
I
You have
can
rope?
get down with that sickness.
You have Rogue Raven, you have Courtney, and then you have Oni. What else do you really fucking need in life?
Mhm.
Food.
Right there.
Yeah,
Food.
it's like, can you imagine them with Spartan helmets going, "This is Sparta!"
Oh, fuck the helmets. We don't even need that shit.
That's right. You got a Marine that's going to be spearheading everything. We'll just pick her up and use her as a battering ram.
I just totally pictured the side view of Endgame and just them running ahead of like Captain America and shit. That side view going against Thanos.
You know, there's two great scenes that
Get out of my way,
are
bitch.
like that. That
Toss
are
me.
like that. That remind
Toss
that
me.
there's two great scenes that I'm reminded of when you mention that. There's obviously the Endgame scene,
Yeah.
where they charge at the crowd, and then there's the battle in Lord of the Rings where you had the hobbits charging in front of everybody else.
That was fucking great. Well, remember October 21st is Toss a Small Person Day. So, you know, if you have a fellow small person and you want to toss them, that is the official day. Make sure you get their permission.
Of course.
And yesterday was my father's 75th birthday. So happy birthday, Dad.
Well, happy birthday to the Master Chief.
The Master Chief. And then also one of our founders, Savior's birthday is today.
Happy
And
birthday,
happy
Savior.
birthday, Savior. Even though you're a unicorn.
Of course, I texted him, and did I get a message back?
No.
Well, that man doesn't know how to keep in contact with anybody.
He's like, I'm busy dying here. Leave me alone.
I don't even think that's it. Like, I remember last time we saw him. Well, I say last time we saw him. You know what? No, that was the last time we saw him in the Discord, in anything. That was like 4 years ago. And he's like, here's my number, guys. If you need anything, reach out to me.
Yeah, call him, never text him.
Never anything.
That's the secret.
Won't answer.
Like he'll pick it up when you call, but I don't call.
Well,
but you guys want to
maybe
see
that's a
picture
you
of him?
thing?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe. Let's see if I have a picture. I got a picture of him somewhere. It's me, Zombie Killer, and Savior.
Yeah, you showed it last night.
Yeah.
Lost it already.
No, I just don't remember where it is. But when I'm doing that, someone can actually read the trivia question.
This is a good one. Okay, so this one I worked really hard on to stump everybody. In July 2021, what NES cartridge sold for $870,000? That's a lot of money.
Mhm.
Super Mario Brothers, Nintendo World Champion Gold. Remember, there's only 10 of those, so. Yeah. And The Legend of Zelda.
I already know the answer to this.
I don't think you do, though.
You remember when we covered this, Sony says.
Yeah, but no, it's not. That's not. This is what's going to trick everybody.
Really?
Oh,
Really. It even I wouldn't have never guessed it. So
there's Savior right there. That's Zombie Killer, and that's me, of course. Yep.
Who's the guy in the front? Oh wait, that's you.
We don't have those leggings anymore, but sorry, Soda.
Yeah, you just got finished and having a party and everybody came.
That's what she said.
Nice. But great question
What?
there. I hope
No.
that clip made it.
Oh, did you just Google it? Yeah. See, I was shocked too.
Oh, Oni. You're thinking of an SNES game.
I have a feeling you know what the answer is. Oh, hang on. I'm fairly certain I know that one too, though. But this topic, wow, how to get Oblivion from out of her fucking video? She doesn't fucking rate.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that's not Oblivion. That's No, that is Oblivion. That is Oblivion. I think it's a Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts.
I think that's
exactly what it is.
Ssspinerwolf, Shenanigans, and Crime.
He did Ghost. Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
not the first one she did this to. So this is actual legitimate crime times 2. So
She's been in trouble a lot over the years too.
So the quick version is this guy, I can't remember his name. He's a pretty decently large creator on YouTube.
Jax Films.
Yes, thank you. He has been reacting, no, reporting news on and criticizing Sniperwolf's channel and content for about a year now. And she decided that she had enough. So she was recording apparently like 5 minutes away from this dude's house and decided to record herself on Instagram live, calling him out to come outside and talk to her face to face to squash their drama outside of his house. Yeah. So that's not necessarily a doxing event where, you know, you're exposing somebody's famous's actual home to the public. But at the same time, we've seen crazier things happen where people on the internet figure out where others live from less information.
Yeah.
So that is absolutely putting somebody at risk. At that moment in time, YouTube's terms of service magically changed. And I say magically because as soon as Jack's Films, whatever, called it out and tagged YouTube and got the internet, stirred up in a fury, tagging YouTube to fix the problem, they changed their terms of service on the fly because it used to be that off-platform behavior, criminal acts that are not performed on the platform are punishable. And if they are criminal acts, YouTube will take action. Well, it changed from we can do this based off of off-platform behavior to if it's off-platform, we can't do anything about it. Well, there was also
bullshit, man.
There was also an update that happened within the last 24 to 48 hours where YouTube announced that they temporarily suspended her from the creator program, so she can't make money for a little bit of time. Well, I submit to the group. Let's look at what she's done, and then let's flip the script. What if he was doing it to her? You know how quickly he would have been removed from YouTube? Mm-hmm. And then let's take it even a step further.
My mom watches her.
Let's take this.
I got a story for that later.
Yeah. Let's take this a step further and look at Russell Brand, really big YouTube creator.
Yeah.
He's on Rumble now.
He got completely banned from the creator program. He could no longer make revenue off of YouTube because he got accused of crimes. He wasn't recorded doing any of the crimes. He wasn't convicted of any of the crimes. All they have are accusations and evidence that hasn't been proven in court, hasn't been brought before a court.
Hey, we heard that before.
And he's completely restricted from making money off of YouTube, actually off of a lot of platforms right now, aside from Rumble.
He was a fucking skank back in the day too.
Well, I mean,
it was all consensual though.
Yeah, but he's still fucking smart as shit.
Yeah.
Just my point in this whole thing is
gender swapping is okay.
We got a woman that does this crap and she gets effectively protected. And then we got a dude that is accused, not even convicted, no criminal proof, nothing. Nothing has been established as guilt. Mm-hmm. And he's not allowed to make money at all.
It's ridiculous, man.
What do you guys think?
It happens like this all the time, though. She's gotten in trouble. I used to follow her, and she got in trouble for domestic or like assault. And she was in jail, and she allegedly, and like she got arrested. There's like a mugshot and everything is public, and she got outed for that. But when you get a mugshot, it's a matter of public record. And then she's done a couple of things in the past where it's been really sketchy. She used to be a Call of Duty streamer, and she was supposed to be like really, really good. And like she would like hit like she'd be playing online and stuff like that, and like making these ridiculous shots. It turns out it was her now ex-husband called Mr. Sausage, who was actually playing and not her. But since he is not an attractive man by modern standards. They had an agreement where she would do it since she's very attractive, and he would play the games, but she would pretend to play the games, and they would make like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from it. He finally outed her, and then like she got outed by the gaming community. So now she just does reaction videos where like on Facebook all the time. Like she has Facebook Reels, and I was like looking at a video. I was like, Mom, I'm like, are you watching Ssspinerwolf? It's like, yeah, she's funny. She does reaction videos. I go, you know, she's a cunt, right? And she's like, what? She's like, I never say that word in front of my mom ever. And it's like, yeah, like I used to watch her all the time, but now it's just like she's just a giant fake, and now she can't deal with the criticism of being a popular, from what you're saying, a popular creator, and can't deal with that stuff. It has to go to somebody's house. Can you imagine if Christina Aguilera or like Taylor Swift did that shit? Oh, someone doesn't like my music. Wah, I'm gonna go call them out. What are you, 6?
You both can come to my
out
house.
of here, you stupid little troglodytes. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's a big word.
I know. I have to throw a big word in every so often.
Troglodyte.
Yeah. What do you think, Oni or Soda? Flip a coin. I don't know who wants to go next.
So you can go.
This is just another example of bullshit on YouTube. We got people like us, we bust our ass, we're funny shit. We don't get anywhere on their algorithm. And you got some idiot, I don't say female, but idiot. Let's just leave it at idiot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what gender you are.
Yeah. And I don't honestly really know her. I just saw the video where she was literally at this dude's front door. Like, I mean, I saw like the first 5 minutes, but like, you do that in Texas, all I gotta do is walk out, get off my yard. If she says fuck you, guess what? You can go get your gun and just shoot her. Don't just say nothing.
Wow.
That's how it works here in Texas.
No, that's not how that law works. Not in Texas. I promise you.
No, I promise you.
I promise you it does. I know the law. I promise you.
No. If you came and banged on my door and I said, "Hero, get the fuck off my property," and you said no, I can literally go get my gun and shoot you. That's it. That's how that works. Look it up.
That is not how that works. I promise you.
Oh my God. I promise you.
Someone find the link.
That happened just like a year ago.
By the way, guys, we're going to do a call-in. So if you're in our Discords and you have a question for Lagging Out Live, you can go into our Discord screening room and let us know you're there. Badger, I'm not sure if you're in there yet. You can screen them, let them know. It's like, oh, this one's okay. Let them in. We will go in there and you can ask a question later on in the show. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Google that.
I would love to look up that law.
There was just a video of an ex-husband went to the new husband and wife's house, and he literally said, "Leave," and he said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna kick your ass." He went and got his shotgun, shot him, killed him. Guess what? Not even a filed charge, because that's the law here in Texas. So.
Wow.
Look it up, Hero. Yeah, I see your brain turning.
Can you hit him with a flamethrower?
Yeah, but whatever you want. That's legal. You just have to
get up now.
You grabbed a shotgun.
Here's the thing: if you were some places you are required to retreat or use other force. Basically, you have to exhaust all options before you attempt to engage. And you have to make a concerted effort to be able to prove that in a court of law. There are some places where you can't fight back no matter what. You will be at fault.
That's in Europe.
And then there are some places where if you shouldn't be there, you will get got. Which is why, especially in the South, it's just common knowledge. If you're not supposed to be there, you don't fucking go there. Just don't do it.
There's zoom there for you to look at.
Should I play it?
I mean, you can. I mean, it's not very long. It's like 2
I'm
minutes
actually
long.
looking at it right now. Under the castle doctrine, in certain circumstances, you are presumed to have acted reasonably in defending your castle.
Custody turns deadly in Texas, putting the state's stand your ground
got
law
it.
to the test. The man who pulled the trigger claims it was self-defense, but the victim's wife says video of the confrontation tells a different story. We do want to warn you, it is difficult to watch.
Look at this.
ABC's Zareen Shaw reports for us.
Yeah, he shot him.
Chad Reed was attempting to
This
pick
is
up his
difficult to watch,
9-year-old
guys,
son
so-
from his ex-wife Christina, seen here in the white shirt.
And I've been through this. Is the sad part.
Reed's current
Picking my
wife,
daughter up.
Jennifer, capturing this video from her car, speaking exclusively to GMA.
He would do anything for time with his kids.
Kyle Carruth, Christina's new partner, joins
Yeah, it
Mark
doesn't
Reed,
actually
brandishing
show
a
him like
rifle.
it's on the news.
Carruth shoots at Chad's
See,
feet,
that's
then
completely
Chad
different
to
from what
reach
you
toward the
said.
gun. That's when
This-
No.
That's why he got shot. He tried to grab the gun.
Yeah, but he asked
Boom.
him to leave. That's why. If he would have never asked him to leave, he couldn't
No,
have
no,
shot
no,
him.
no, no, no. The reason he did not get any charges filed against him is because he made for the lethal weapon. If he did not touch that gun and he got shot, the dude would be in jail right now.
No, he'd still be.
That
out.
is exactly why. Because the castle doctrine states that you do not have a duty to retreat within your own castle. Once you are in your castle, you do not have to retreat. You have to be under threat.
But do you
Because
really
he
want
was
to?
under threat, he was legally authorized to pull the trigger. Because as soon as that man made contact with the firearm, it was an immediate threat.
But he
You guys
also
don't
asked
stop.
him
I'm
to
going to
leave.
talk about the hockey game tonight.
So it's like it's like touching a shark's private parts.
Oh my God.
The only time they bite you.
I don't
Miss-
think that's how that works either. However, if you're looking to touch a shark's private parts, you deserve what you get.
I
you
will
play
say,
Go ahead.
with shark courtship rituals, biting marks are a very common element seen within them, and they do get pretty gnarly.
So that's why I've been called a shark.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because several species
Wow.
do this
I'm so
as well.
sorry, Oni.
What?
I like where this is going.
Never mind.
That chicks need love too.
I
Right.
was just absolutely lewd and crude, and I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hey, you must be a parking ticket, because you got fine
But yes.
written all over you.
Go ahead, Oni. I'm sorry.
yeah, just some animals, that's part of the courtship ritual is biting. And with sharks, it's incredibly aggressive, as you can probably assume. So,
Yeah.
and then there's anglerfish. If you want nightmare fuel, Google what anglerfish do.
I get
Ghost-
nightmares just seeing pictures of them.
The males will bite the females, and the males, by the way, are super tiny compared to the females. They'll bite the female, and they just kind of physically merge with the female. So a female could have several males, like, as a part of her.
Wow.
Welcome to the
Biting
deep
you.
ocean.
Wow.
Welcome to nightmare fuel.
If
Yeah.
I get into legal trouble, I want Chieftain, Oni, Hero, and Soda on my defense team.
That's right.
Then you will probably go to jail.
You would be.
Uh,
Hero, go. I'm calling bullshit on the counts of bullshit because that was bullshit. Sustained.
But do you
Objection,
really-
this guy's a fucking prick.
it's kind of one of those.
Oni.
Do you really want to fuck around and find out, though?
Do you
Hero?
want to fuck her? Do you want to tell Oni no ever? Never.
Who comes to death sentence? I'm not
Yeah.
sure if we have. Do we have the death sentence in Texas?
Yes?
You not only have the death sentence in Texas, you have the express lane in Texas.
Oh, well, I know we
So,
have a prison
Yeah.
that executes. Or used to. I don't. Right
You
next to
put
the
these-
college.
All
Only
right, you
Texas.
young bucks. If you want to fuck around, you can find out right now.
But yeah, I'm not
Anyways,
sure if she's getting charged for anything in tech. I don't know if she's. I think she's in Arizona. I think all this shit goes down in
She's-
Arizona.
she's had a lot of issues. She's been sued. There's a lot of bullshit going on around that woman.
Yeah.
All I can say is She gets what she fucking deserves. I hope they freaking they turn around and be like, all right, we can't deal with this bullshit. I'm sorry, you're out of the program for 6 months. That would really make her understand that she fucking did wrong. Because she was forced to.
She thinks because she's fucking hot, she can get away with shit.
She was just going OnlyFans like everybody else.
Yeah,
well,
she's not that hot.
I'll put it this way.
Well, it doesn't take much nowadays.
I
mean, I'm on there.
I'll put it this way. OnlyFans, like, it's got the reputation of people go there to make money by taking their clothes off and showing their buttholes for the world to see. But
yeah, I mean, that's what I do.
The actual profits from that shit, the actual average income from that shit is less than like $200 a month.
Paige, or you can go to mydickmakesmoney.com and make a lot more. That's mydickmakesmoney.com.
UFC ex-fighter Paige Van Zandt makes $1.5 million. Is more than she makes fighting on her OnlyFans.
That's crazy, dude. There's like a wrestler that does that too. She
yeah, there's a bunch of people that do. But mine only makes like, 10 grand a month, so I'm a scrub.
And you can check. We don't have OnlyFans, but we do have OnlyFans, where she insults you for 15 seconds for $50.
Website coming soon.
Yeah. So if you want to get insulted by Oni, and say it's your birthday, she'll go, "Merry Christmas, you dusty old fuck. You're really close to dying. Now give me $50."
Right.
Birthday to Christmas to birthday again.
Right.
That's
if there's a bereavement. She does bar mitzvahs too.
Yep.
Congratulations, you're a man. Nobody fucking cares. Give me $50. It's OnlyFans. Check. Just look for the mohawk.
And the tears.
And the tears.
Oh my God, Badger says, and I have only fam.
And she has only fam. Right. She has only fam. Where, yeah, it's all like unicorns and like pineapple on pizza.
And
Oh, it's just her family.
Yeah.
And all pink.
Yeah.
But hey.
Does she do the whole stuff? Yes.
What does that mean? I don't get it. Does she do the whole snipping also? What's snipping?
Circumcised, uncircumcised.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing.
Oh my God.
That's
Michael Caine retires.
Now,
Or
does everybody know in the chat who Michael Caine is? If you don't, I'm sorry, because he's a legend. Yes, Oni.
I know who Michael Caine is. Doesn't he have a knighthood?
Probably.
He might. I liked him in Miss Congeniality.
Oh, yeah, he was in there.
Yeah,
Is that my audio that just shit out?
Somebody did.
What's that? What happened?
I think my audio just shit out for a second.
Oh,
When you
No,
were
it
saying
wasn't just you.
It was the gremlin.
Yum, yum.
Banana.
My uncle
Do I sound
deals.
okay? We represent.
Yep,
the
he's Sir
lollipop
Michael
Guild.
Caine.
Of course.
Anyways.
Hello, Satan.
With oh, he was also in the British Army. Serving
Wow.
the Korean War.
Is anybody
The RAF.
surprised?
The RAF.
We did not put the sir in front of your name, Mr. Kane.
At
Sir.
any rate,
Michael Caine
I would
retires. Or does he?
just gonna say
Dun.
I've seen this before. I've seen this story before. I feel like saying, how many times do we have to teach you, old man? Let's see.
Are you talking to me as an old man, me?
Yes, you are the oldest.
But when I hear somebody
I'm old.
really legendary retires and I know their, habit for work, I just kind of respond with Miyazaki, Rolling Stones, Kiss.
I think of Dolph Lundgren. Like, oh, I'm retired. Oh, you're doing the Expendables movie, Sylvester Stallone? Okay, $10 million, you got it. I'm not retired anymore. That's the way I see it.
I mean,
but he's
anybody
like
else
almost
got any
80.
input on this one? Oni,
He's
Soda?
almost 8. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah. Whoa, that's a really big close-up right there.
Jesus.
He's all in your face.
Oh,
Soda.
look at all those teeth.
Ah,
It's more than I have in real life.
Oh my god.
Don't you say retirement. I think of Ozzy. God dang, Taker.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good one, too.
That's a good one too. Yeah, Ozzy. So,
I'm with-
so Soda doesn't have an opinion. Oni?
Well, I'm with Chief. I just agree. Like everybody says they retire until they throw a couple $1 million in the face. You know? I mean,
Like
even
Kiss.
Mike Tyson, Kiss, Motley
Rolling
Crue,
Stones,
don't even know the
Who.
fucking lyrics to their own music. Big Mac 103.
Fucking Cher. Like
only-
Cher,
only-
the Rolling Stones, Kiss. Kiss has more comebacks than anything.
Right.
But they're in
Oni.
their 70s, so
Let
Dude.
Oni speak.
yeah. Oh, go ahead, Odie. You were trying to speak.
I mean, no, I wasn't trying to speak. I was letting you guys finish.
Oh, I was done.
Yeah, I'm done. Okay.
Given his age, given how some actors and actresses are passing away, he probably would like to enjoy some of his time with whatever it is he's got. I mean, for all I know, he's gonna live for like another 30 years.
OnlyFans.
But he's got an illustrious career, and sometimes, from what I've heard, actors will look at scripts and they'll see where where the money's going and where it seems to be headed, and they just go, I think it's time for me to exit stage left. I think I'd like to end on a high note. I think I've taken my craft as far as I can in this realm. Maybe I should leave. I think I'd rather not sully my name. And then, they just make a nice exit and do whatever it is they want. And maybe they make a comeback in theater or something. But I mean, he certainly deserves it. And I hope he enjoys retirement.
How old is Michael Caine?
Michael Caine is 90 years old.
Damn.
He's 90.
I don't know. I've seen.
So is William Shatner.
I've seen people that are pretty advanced in age that say they were going to retire and then they decide to come back and do something else. I've seen it. We've all actually seen it, actually, come to think of it. But we've listed no less than a few.
Maya has a dark point, but super morbid, I know, but maybe he's sick, dying, and wants to go out gracefully. Maybe.
That could be.
I mean, that's not unrealistic at his accelerated age. So, I mean, I'd rather just sit and chill and be like, was it Grumpy Old Men?
Yeah.
Burgess Meredith, like the
Great
father
movie.
of Jack Lemmon there, and just fucking fish every day and just chase women. How do you like my beefy cannelloni? It's so funny when Burgess Meredith was doing all those fucking pickup lines, the throwaway lines. He's like, how'd you like my stiffy stromboli? And I'm like, the dude's like 80 years old and he's saying it with a straight fucking face every time. I'm like, oh my god. Sophia Loren, I think, is getting close there too. And she's like, you guys are just so horrible. She was like, and it's like, oh, you pigs. She like walk off or something like that.
Soda froze.
What's that?
Resetting.
He straight up froze with his mouth open. Like, what the fuck? That's creepy.
That's what I do for $50.
Big brain time.
Wow. On mydickmakesmoney.com.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm on the main page.
Ugh.
Wow.
So yeah, I think he's probably going to retire, and you know what? He's had I agree with Oni. He's had a long career, right? So,
I mean, there's that.
I agree with that. Hero, did you get your 2 cents in?
Yeah, I've said enough.
All right, I said enough.
But you haven't said enough.
I thought that I heard you laugh.
Yep. Fuck that
I
up.
thought that I heard you say, that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight.
Oh, and he's like, give me my
losing
flamethrower,
my
please.
religion.
Next topic, please.
The next topic is Rick and Morty, and we have a Rick and Morty inspired artist.
Yes.
That drew a special lagging out Rick and Morty for us. and it is fucking amazing. So here it is, done by our very own Honey Badger. I'm looking for the drum roll.
What an idiot. Dun, dun, dun.
A Rick and Morty, Chieftain, and Soda.
Brilliant. Yeah, and she threw this together like 30 minutes is even more fucked up.
Yeah, she did this literally in 30 minutes, and you know it's fiction because in the top right-hand corner, there's a YouTube button.
Right.
So you know it's not real.
Amazing. And you see Cheap in his Yankee shirt. Oh.
Yeah, Cheap in a Yankee shirt. And so if you guys don't know, Soda actually does the live shirtless. So
yeah, that is true.
Polo shirt is a lie.
Yeah, the polo shirt is a complete another lie. Oh, jeez. Oh, I should do it like this. Hold on.
Smitty, stop.
Geez, Soda. I don't know what the next topic is.
Me either. Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's
this is amazing. If you want a copy of this, it's for sale.
It's for sale. Yeah, we'll sell it.
We'll autograph it too.
Yeah. Although that's a Met symbol, but that's close enough.
Oh, Jesus.
It's still
It's
New
funny.
York.
Yeah, it's funny. The look on Soda's face of disdain at me is just perfect.
I'm like, why are you getting killed in Call of Duty again? You suck.
I'm trying my best. My bot aimer isn't working.
That's what
Sell
you say.
an NFT of it, Gazoo, really? Are we gonna really resurrect NFTs?
We should just totally do an animated short with this.
Good, right? Yeah. I'd have to get the voice down a little better, but practice my Rick.
Yeah. Get riggedy wreck, son.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm not even gonna try.
That I've never done his voice before. That was just like before. But yeah, season 7 of Rick and Morty is out, and new voices of Rick and Morty and Mr. Poopy Butthole and Mr. Meeseeks are all done by the previous creator. But there were some really funny, like they were doing reads for people to do the voice, and they said a lot of the voice actors sounded like Randy Macho Man Savage, who were trying to do the Rick voice, which was kind of hilarious. I don't know who was asking. Was it you, Hero, asking me what was my reaction to the show?
Yeah.
Or was it Soda?
That was me. Well, Soda might have
Hero.
asked too, but I asked before the show today.
Okay.
I will go watch it sooner or later when all of it's done.
All right. So like my I thought it was fine. There were some reveals in there of it was just a Mr. Poopy Butthole episode where he just has like a really shitty life and he's turned to drinking and they're trying to get him back on the right path, and that's what the whole episode's about. And basically that's what they go through. They have like that cat person and that gearhead guy and bird person in there as well. Like they had a lot of those characters in there.
That's weird that you say that because those are mostly Roland's voice characters. That's the fucked up thing.
I think they probably did that on purpose. It's like, we don't need you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking after you told me all those were in there. I was like,
yeah, Mr. Meeseeks wasn't in there. I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
Yeah, but I think he said Mr. Poopy Butthole was like one of the hardest voices that he did. So
I don't know, Rick.
I don't know. Mr. Poopy Butthole is really hard to do. But
yeah,
I mean, it was fine. I felt there was something missing probably a little bit, but yeah, that was my reaction. But what did you guys hear about it? But I thought it was fine. I watched it and I was like, okay with it. I still miss the original voices, though. I'm not going to lie. But,
yeah.
I know there's not a lot of Rick and Morty fans in here, so I'll try to make this quick.
What?
I know there's not a lot of people into it, and that's fine. But go ahead, Soda. I don't know anyone else would react to it because I was the only one who saw it. So
I'm just going off. You know, you said like I said, you didn't spoil it, but that's funny that they used his hardest voices. And did they actually come out and put them in the credits? Who did the voices?
They did put them in the credits.
Did anybody we know?
It went by so quick. I'd have to go back and TiVo it and watch it slower.
Okay,
but like those credits go by fast, Soda. But
Yeah.
And there's like 3 studios working on it now. So there's
Well,
like
there-
Xenadrix, and there's like a 3D production studio working on it.
There's an interesting video if you guys want to go watch it from Justin Rowland. I think it was like a Vanity Fair video where he was like watching people do his voices, and he was literally like, "We need to get this guy in the studio. He sounds just like me." And he probably gave his job away.
Yeah.
I
And
could see
also, Dan Harmon can do the voices, at least of Rick and Morty. So that's kind of a bonus there. So, and maybe that's why the writing wasn't as good. He had to focus on the voices and the writing. We don't fucking know, but I'll have to watch it. And as you guys know, I like to wait for them all to come out while I binge watch them.
Yeah. And while we're doing that, we can go to Boob World.
Right.com.
Yep. There's actually a place called Boob World where everything's boobs.
But then he
You
never made it.
They
He never
make
Yeah,
it.
he never makes it. Right. Yeah.
They go to that crazy like video game place, Flips and Chips,
Mhm.
all the time. And they did a Die Hard episode there, Oni. You would have loved that. They did a
But-
Die Hard episode inside the video game. It's like a Dave and Buster's type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Morty gets stuck in one of the video games.
Yeah.
But he gets stuck inside the video game because you put this head on and you become the character, but they're both in the game, and Rick is actually the playable character, but Morty is the 5 billion other not NPCs in the game. And the whole episode is he's trying to get him out of the video game with all the 5 billion parts of him to get him back into his body. So he only gets about 50% in, and they're like walking off, and he's like a fucking zombie. He's like, is he okay? He's like, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. But I know Hero was mentioning that there was some shitty reviews on it, so that's
Yeah. What were the reviews you heard on it?
So a lot of almost none of the reviews actually said anything about Justin Roiland not being there. There was like 1 or 2 that I could see, but the rest of them were all along the lines of, this feels like it has lost its soul. It's just not as good as it used to be. They were overwhelmingly less than half. And it will honestly, overwhelmingly, they rated at an F and below.
Wow.
if you were to rate it in percentage, like from what I could tell, the average rating of the previous season was like 97%.
Yeah.
And this very first episode received a 55%.
I wonder how many of those were just bitter about Roland, like
Yeah, hate
without having to say that, because they probably were like, oh well, they're gonna take these down, or you know what I mean, like the internet
They
bullshit.
angry Joe'd him.
Angry Joe.
Entirely possible, but in my experience from what I've actually seen over the years, when a property is more or less taken from a creator of the original creators, things start to degrade pretty fast. That's just been my experience. And I don't
Yeah, well, they've got like what 40 more episodes they have to do. So like,
oh no,
I don't want to think that this will just fall off of a cliff, but
no, I don't.
This
think
feels like a bad sign.
Well, season 4, like I said, was kind of shit, and they came back, fixed it.
Even season 4 was rated like an average of between
Was it season
78
4 or
and
5? Which one was-
85%.
One of them was like just fucking depressing. I could barely watch it. I think it was 4.
Was that the one he tried to like off himself at the end?
Yeah, that one, and he ran away, and Morty couldn't find him.
And he became the crow person.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
cr- The, with Rick with 2 crows.
He's like, these are my new friends.
The crows, yeah, and they're like just killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll be okay, but I do still feel for Justin, of course. Like,
Yeah,
This-
my opinion is they done fucked up, and they should never have gone the route they went.
No.
carry on my way with that. That's a
God
good-
dang, Oni.
My
Anyways, Oni.
Oh, I've already watched Ancient Aliens like twice, all the way through. So.
if we're going to be comparing the different seasons, wouldn't it make more sense to compare the first episode of every season to the first episode of this season instead of comparing the entire season to
Yeah.
one episode?
You're
I think
not
that's-
wrong.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, Oni.
You're definitely got you definitely have a really good point. I can't
Because-
refute that. All we have is
No.
one episode to go off of.
Exactly. When you have only one episode, that's like I'm going to use this example because this did change things, and I know more about this as a specific time where this happened. When BoJack Horseman first came out, a lot of websites of that time would essentially review only half a season at most and then give their review.
Yeah.
They wouldn't watch the other half of the season. So with BoJack Horseman, because of the way they wrote the season out, the first season, you didn't really start getting to the actual nitty-gritty parts of the show or the characters until halfway through because they were world building for the first half. Now,
Yeah.
yes, they do continue to world build, but the thing about a first episode or a pilot or that first chapter of a book is that's your attention getter. Okay, that's like the first paragraph in your 5-paragraph essay. I hate that I remember this shit. You're trying to grab their attention and keep it there for the rest of the time. So when you're setting that tone, setting that pace, you're setting all of these expectations, and if someone doesn't like it, there's really not much you can do. But if it's only one episode of the new season where things are changing, you don't know what the rest of the season is going to be like. Now, ideally, would that first episode give you an idea? Yes. Is that always going to happen? Fuck no. And especially with all these different strikes and whatever's going on, it's going to be so difficult to pinpoint down when only one episode's been released. And then on top of that, yes, I'm sure it was absolutely intentional that they're showcasing all the voices that Justin Roiland used to be able to do. Now that he's not doing it, they have other people voice acting them to prove, hey, we can do this. See, there's nothing to be afraid of, regardless of whether it fits the story or not. So we'll see. But when you make such drastic changes, especially when it was proven to have been fabricated, it's going to leave a bitter taste in people's mouths. Is it right that is it right that
Salty.
a lot of it is going to be review bombed because of bitterness? Technically, is it right? No. But good luck changing the minds of the fans when you've prepared them for the last 6 seasons with an expectation of sorts, regardless of how that may have evolved, and you decided to flip the script on them in the 7th season. There
Not
are a
just
lot
the
of
7th
shows that
season,
end on
but
the
the
7th
last.
season. I'm sorry?
It's not just that it's the 7th season, but if I understand correctly, it's supposed to be the last. They're supposed to wrap up the whole story.
No, they had 50 episode contract, and it can't be like 30 episodes. Maybe.
Wait, season 7 is a 50 episode contract?
No, when they started, it was either season 3 or 4. They signed a 50 contract or 50 episode contract. Yeah.
Oh, how many is left?
Hang on.
Let's see. We'll have to Google that.
Give me
Was
a
it
second.
50
I'm
or
looking it up
100?
now.
It might have been 100. It was something stupid.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, Rick.
Oh, jeez, Soda. Stop playing Diablo 4. You keep on saying it's broken.
Yeah, it's bugged out, but we'll wait for another week or two on that one.
Says 9 episodes are left for season 10. Or,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, season 7. But
We were like, how many are left on the contract? Many.
had a 70 episode order
70. Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
back in 2018.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, it is.
That was 2018. We're in 2023 now. There can't be a lot of episodes left.
There's 13 episodes per season.
It'll go through the 10th season. So with the
Okay.
contract. Yeah. So
Usually
we
the
still got a
first
few
13.
more to go.
Yeah.
Well,
Rick and Morty is supposed to be like caricatures of Marty McFly and Doc, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to a degree, they've definitely taken on a life of their own.
Yeah, definitely.
If all you guys are wondering if you should watch Rick and Morty, watch Rick and Morty. I
Yeah, it's
refused
pretty
for a long time, and then I fucking did. And I got my brother into it.
Okay, Jerry. Is it just getting out? It's like who's your favorite character, Badger? Jerry. That's no one's favorite character. She's like, I know it's not. She's like, that's no one's favorite character. So I like Jerry.
He speaks
like
the
your-
true.
True.
He speaks the true. What was that Atlas? What's it called? Something Atlas. Can't remember.
Still all now because you don't. You won't regret it. And if you do, I'll gift you another sub or something. Magma, I'm ashamed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
It is nerdy and geeky or like the rest of us. You gotta watch it. Just saying.
In July 2021, what NES cartridge sold for $870,000 US? Super Mario Brothers, Nintendo World Championship Gold, or The Legend of Zelda? Little reminder, answer at the end of the show.
That's a good one.
A great question by Soda this week. He likes
Yeah.
to do the hard ones. Giggity.
Well, I basically went through it, and if Badger could answer it, and I was like, that's too easy.
That's fucked up.
That's funny.
She had it. Yeah, she got most of them that I wanted to go with. So kudos.
Thank you to our boosters, Soda Pop, Hypernova, The Mariner, Ezreal, Stormwolf Song, Prophet, and Tyran Death.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
You're such a fucking tryhard.
I do it all the time. And I put two people in the screen room, so it looked like there was people that wanted to ask a question. But Badger will give me the okay. He's like, "Hey, we have a question in Discord. Can you bring them up?" And I'd be like, and then
Honestly,
Mr.
I
Here-
seriously thought that Ghost actually had a question for us.
Yeah, I assumed he would say something
yeah,
stupid.
I threw him in there. I threw two people in there, so I tossed them right in the screening room.
Badger's
But
like,
yeah,
So they were
why?
voluntold. Free
What's that?
them. Free them.
They're
Free the
not locked-
voluntolds.
They're not
Yes.
locked in there. They can move anytime they want.
They can move whenever they want. Yeah.
Let me move him to the.
Oh, Ghost has a question, but he doesn't think it would be allowed. Oh.
Hmm.
It is for mature audiences, but we're not very mature people. But
Speak for yourself.
should we bring them up and ask a question?
You can try it. Do it.
I mean, sure.
All right, let's try it. This is
Badger, you be our screening person. Is Ghost about to ask a question that is not good?
Stuck with Badger. No, don't. Okay.
I have too much background noise.
Okay, that's
no
fair.
worries. Don't forget
about-
to check us out on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, Rumble, Facebook, and Soda's Ass.
Hey, Darren
Yep.
Death, you got a serious question or any sort of question at all? Just to try the call in just this once. We gotta test the system, make sure
Gotta
it's
test it out.
functional.
Fiend for yourself.
Fend for yourself.
I can't read good.
Reading's hard.
I guess he might be busy.
When I first saw this Iron Lung, I'm like, are you serious? Like there's a movie called Iron Lung. I'm like, and then I watched it. I'm like, ooh, this is pretty graphic. Like, ooh. Yeah,
It
go
was,
ahead.
from what I heard, it was considered the most graphic video game on release.
Hmm?
Graphic being visceral,
gory,
gory,
bloody.
things like that.
Markiplier doesn't have any color in his hair anymore.
No, he hasn't had color in his hair for like
4 or
a
5
while.
years.
Oh,
It's been some time. He is about as changing as Oni is actually. and he will change on a whim.
Are you tired, Oni?
I was wiping my eyes. The cats are finally quiet though, so that's nice.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, Smitty's asleep where he's trying to.
Well,
Ponyo is.
I'd be
Oh,
that psychopath. Go ahead.
This is Markiplier's directorial debut of the movie section, right?
Yep.
Technically, yes. Technically, no. He has done a lot of directing type things that were quote unquote made for YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So
does that count?
I don't believe it would count as for a movie credit. No, and that's because what they were was more of a choose your own adventure video game kind of thing. Basically, there was 2 choose your own adventure games that he did on YouTube where you play the video and then you get to pick an action that your character would choose to do in the next video. So you click either the right or the left to make your choice.
Oh, okay.
And go to that video and it plays the events of what would have happened.
It's like a choose your own adventure book. Yeah.
Quite literally.
I love those.
Yeah, I used to watch those as a kid. I don't follow Markiplier because I don't follow competition. So I just honestly don't. That's the reason. So
yeah, well, I don't really
but
follow him, but I do pay attention to his goings on because
right.
he's one of the movers and shakers of YouTube.
Yeah.
And
He also keeps his name out of controversy.
Mostly, yes. Good. I do agree. Oni, for your benefit, not that it probably matters what I would do, but I am that psychopath that would take the moment right now to throw a fucking catnip bomb in your room right now.
Well, yes, but so he would be affected. He just chill. She would be affected. Smitty is unaffected by catnip.
Well, I mean, there's only so much crazy you could put in one cat.
Well, here's the thing: 20% of cats are not affected by catnip, and also catnip is edible to humans. It's used in various types of medicines. So,
what the fuck?
What they put in my crazy pills? Wow. Hello.
Badger says, "Hey now, hero." No, I seriously would throw catnip in there just to see what would happen. And
no, he's trying to sleep.
But the fact is, I think she was responding to me saying there's only so much crazy you could fit in one cat.
Or one person.
I didn't say he wasn't cute. I said he was crazy. Anyways, there's really not a lot I could personally say about the Iron Lung story. I just think it's cool that he's directing something. He's always been Markiplier's always been a creative in my eyes. He's always been pretty unique. I found him funny early on, watching him do gameplay videos because he was an absolute ridiculous goofball, and that's something that appeals to me because I can tend to be an absolute ridiculous goofball myself. But when he started doing new things aside from just gameplays and acting like a goon, that
Give
caught
us
my
some
attention.
fucking money.
Oh yeah.
That caught my attention. He I want to see what he can do. I'm not really a big fan of horror content. Good lord. I'm not a big fan of horror content myself, but
I'm a fan of horror content.
Oh my god. But I mean, my wife loves horror content, so she'll probably be interested in this when it finally is, released.
So is it a movie or a video game?
This is a movie
based on a video game.
Open-ended question: do you think more women are attracted to horror games and movies than men?
Yes.
Because I know a lot more women in my life that love horror than guys.
Give us some fucking.
I think Badger loves horror movies.
I agree with you. Chief, but that's just because I've seen it. I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that it's a lot
I have
more.
a theory.
What's the theory?
And again, this is only a theory, so grain of salt. I'm not a psychologist, and this is not to sound like I'm putting it on gender stereotypes. Generally speaking, very generally speaking, women are going to be the ones to be watching more of the detectives, whodunit, true crime, murder mystery stuff. You could say it's because they want to, guess who did it, figure out how to get into the mind of a killer. But there's also a theory that
It's not horror though, so sorry.
No, but it is terrifying.
No. I'm sorry. I was
Especially
responding
because-
to something Soda said. I'm sorry.
Oh. Because for a lot of, and again, super generalization, take it with a huge grain of salt. Fear is a more commonly felt emotion in women than men. Because when you are only so big and so strong, you're going to be more vulnerable to danger. Whereas with men, they don't tend to feel that, or they ignore it because they feel like they're always the ones who are aggressive. Which is interesting because then when they get targeted, they have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
because there's no resources, or because there's either no resources, they're shamed for it, or they get knocked down a peg and they feel emasculated. There again, super generalizations. There's plenty more to it, and I'm probably wrong. So
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Hey,
when
you're
it
never
comes-
gonna get me down.
when it comes to horror, the feeling of being being fearful or afraid when you're the one choosing when it happens or if you can turn it off, it gives you a little bit of sense of control. Whereas with so instead of constantly being afraid and you don't know where it's coming from, it's a video game, you can just turn the video game off. It gives you that sense of power back. Whereas if you're not used to feeling fear, why would you go seek it out?
Right. I'm scared. I'm always scared because when my Xbox is plugged in, it turns on by itself.
Have you considered contacting Microsoft or Big Brother?
I think it's haunted.
It's
Because
haunted.
it only does
Well,
it
it's
at
an
certain-
Xbox, so yeah, probably.
It only does it when I'm in the room.
Do you
Well, that's-
have any sort of a microphone attached to it still?
No.
That you know of.
If there's something in front of the sensor, yeah. There's some
Oh,
sensor
do you have a
stuff in front of the
Kinect?
sensor. No, I don't
Nobody
have
has a
Kinect. It's not
Kinect anymore.
I have a Kinect, but that's not the Xbox. It's the previous gen of the one that there's one now. But I didn't contact Xbox because I want to go by the narrative that it's haunted.
So, anyways, I know for a fact that my wife loves horror stuff. She loves watching horror content on YouTube. She also absolutely terrifies me herself sometimes because she loves watching the true crimes, the
Oh yeah, we know why
violent
they do
Black
that.
Widow stories, you know.
Mhm.
And
Hey,
every
Penguin.
freaking hey, what up, Rogue Penguin? And
Rogue
every
Penguin.
freaking woman that I've met that tells that I happen to know what they watch on a regular happens to be true crime stuff. So,
Ooh, that's
I'm-
scary.
yeah.
They're like,
Says I had that happen at my old place that with my PC once. I was like, what the hell? Since then I keep my PC unplugged from the wall and the power switch on its back in the off position till I need to use it. That's what I do too, but then it still turns on when it's unplugged.
yeah, you're fucked.
Okay, now you're fucking feeding us a lie.
Yeah, now that's bullshit. It's a great story though, right?
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, what's up with
Oh,
tricks watching true crime stuff? Secretly, they want to kill their spouses. No, I'm kidding.
Rogue Penguin, if you want to go into our Discord chat, if you have a question for us, you can go into the screening room and then let us know, and then we'll put you on the live and ask a live question, like a call in, like a talk show, if you
Just
wanted
put
to do
small traces of radiator fluid in your man's drink. That'll take care of it.
There you go. And welcome back from wherever you were going. I know, like, you were posting all that stuff.
By the way,
on
Soda,
socials,
that's a
so I'm
legit
glad you're
thing.
safe.
That's a legit thing that you were saying. Also, it's even more scary because my wife used to be a mechanic.
Yeah, I saw that episode. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then some chick actually did it. I'm like, oh, I wonder where I got that from.
Anybody watch the Dead Files?
Yeah, I do.
The ex-New York NYPD police officer and
Yeah,
a
with
psychic.
the psychic. Yeah.
It's crazy. At the end, they're all like pretty much matching everything. He does the investigative part and she does the psychic part. Well, there's a new woman now, but and it's amazing how much their stuff matches if you want to entertain the thought that it is
Good show.
real.
Yeah.
So
Definitely a good show.
Contact your local damn what a Roomba on an Ouija floor and
Yeah.
no, it wasn't
Oh,
a Ouija
damn.
board. I you don't fuck around with Ouija boards.
Hmm.
I mean, you don't fuck around and find out with that stuff. I have a lot of blessed items in my bedroom, so I'm not really concerned. And Hero's been there. He's like, you got like a statue of Jesus behind you, literally like right there.
They can't see the pentagram under the
Right
carpet
there.
and the
then
floor.
it's weird. I have Darth Vader there, but there I have the infant. They call it Jesus right there in the acrylic. Not that.
I'll be honest.
Other way.
I never
Other way. There you go.
actually commented on any of your religious iconography in your room.
Yeah,
he was
I mean,
burning.
and then I have a crucifix above my bed and everything too.
I
It
did
sometimes
notice
turns
that.
upside down for some reason. I don't know why, but
Yeah, the fucking thing.
I'm just kidding. It doesn't do that. But
I will say, anymore
or any less.
I will say I felt safe in your house. So
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah,
feel
like,
safe
like,
with
it's
cheap.
like, fuck that noise. No demons in here. Fuck this noise. They're loud and annoying. They're already cursed. I'm gone. That was from 2016 Throwback Thursday. I went to Massachusetts. Oh, okay.
Massachusetts.
The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. Wait, so I should be using a Ouija board to make my salsa? No. Guacamole, yes, but not salsa.
is that why the salsa was actually spicy for once?
There it is. There's the setup.
Lol.
I mean,
There's the clip.
it was probably just lightly smoked. So
Yeah, there we go.
It's not cutting. What the fuck? Now
It's not a
Badger's doing
cutting board.
puns.
It's not a cutting board. Wow. I know they did a Ouija board inside of a hotel room, and it's like, if you're here, make the chair move, and the chair like rotated and rocked. They're like, I'm out of here. I'm like, you fuck around and found out with two little kids. Are you dumb?
Yeah.
You're fucking
Yeah, they
dumb.
are. Anyways,
You're fucking dumb.
To reel it back in, anybody got anything else to say about Iron Lung and Markiplier?
I
No,
do not.
I wish them the best of luck. Get it off of YouTube so we can make money.
Right. Or send some our way.
Yeah. I want to do this for a living. I don't want to teach forever. Was that out loud? Although I'm really, really fucking good at it.
I can't deal with Hero every night though.
I wouldn't mind doing it 3 days a week.
I don't think I'd be welcome to do it every night.
We'd do like morning shows and shit. Like
Morning?
Like if you guys were working, then would like do a night show on Fridays, and then Soda and I will do morning shows, like talking
Oh
about
yeah,
sports
because I
and
get
like,
up.
games and shit.
I love getting up in the morning.
Yeah, he loves morning. I mean like noon. For
Yeah,
him.
that's better.
I was
11.
gonna say Soda doesn't exist before 12,
Unless I have to teach a class.
and then he's just a grumpy old ass.
And then I'm just bitching the whole time. You're right.
The squishy topic.
Squishy topic time. Rogue Penguin is just in time for the squishy topic.
Squishy.
Yeah, this reminds me, when the new Call of Duty comes out, we got to do another stream together because everyone talks about that in our staff meetings and shit. And the clips are always like, you guys are fucking hilarious. So we got to do another one. Especially ones when you have a bouncing booty going on.
What?
She's like, I got a bouncing booty. That's what she calls bouncing betties. She calls them bouncing booties.
Wow.
So she's like, "Oh, how's that bouncing booty?" I go, "Who are you, Cardi B?" She's like, "Yes." That
Don't crush your
Rogue,
dreams.
check our YouTube clips on YouTube. I think you actually made it into our best Twitch clips. One of the 4, I think.
If we could
I saw
ever
someone had a
summon
Ouija
the-
board on the floor and had a Roomba next to it. Oh my god. You guy ever suffering a demon? Maybe. Well, you're 4'10", so everything's.
That probably get us some
Oh.
views. We'll go build one in Hero's backyard and let the Rumba go around it.
Oh yeah, that'd be
I would
awesome.
not be living in this house anymore.
You're moving back to Georgia.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for
That's
a soul to steal. It's in the song lyrics.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, she took the joke before I could even voice it.
Oh, gotta be quicker than that.
You can't do it like she's like the pun queen, the pun king, or whatever she wants to be called.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I would definitely not be living in this house anymore. And if I was, I would
You
probably
fucking
have
hell.
run out of ammo. But god damn it, if I'm going down, I'm going down like Doomslayer.
A worthy death.
And then I'll be coming back like Doomslayer. But that's a whole different story.
Devil came down to Georgia.
So, this came up in a weird, just kind of off the fly conversation between myself and Soda.
Yeah.
We decided to start talking about Moon Knight and the details behind Moon Knight because there's actually a lot of really good lore in it. Me personally, I didn't think that it would do well as, brought to the TV screen. I think if I remember correctly, Soda disagreed. Not
I loved
uncommon.
it. Yeah, I loved it.
Not uncommon. But I'm also one of those people that tend to be an altruist when it comes to the comics and being brought to some form of animated or live action. Yeah, Soda said that it'd make a good soft topic. So Soda, go ahead. Pick it up from there.
Well, this is the one we were talking about, like most characters from DC have an equivalent to Marvel and so forth and so on. But we were like, well, who is Batman's equivalent? So this is how it came up, and we were going through all of it. And funny thing, I was talking to this with my brother today, and he's a Batman freak. So he's like, yeah, Moon Knight makes a lot of sense. So no, where Spider-Man comes in, Spider-Man should just be wiped off the screen, but
not everybody has good opinions there, Soda, so be careful.
but Moon Knight is the closest we could come up with, though. I wonder what chat would think. Like, what's the equivalent to Batman at Marvel? So.
I think there's a couple.
Iron Man.
No.
But that was on the list, actually.
Give me a second.
Smart. Okay.
Oh, she's gonna dig for an obscure one.
She might have to, because Iron Man was one that I seen on the list. Yeah.
Iron Man is quite linearly the closest comparison to Batman as far as genius and not having real superpowers.
Yes, but
he's got a suit though.
Well, so does Batman.
So
here's the thing.
Utility belt.
Iron Man was created as a challenge, from what I was told. Iron Man was created as a challenge to Stan Lee to write a character who, by all intents and purposes, was not a good person, but was a hero.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Not faithful.
Well, that's not Batman though. So
enjoys too many vices. Incredibly rich. Quite selfish. But he does fight for good.
I mean,
Dark Moon Knight.
I'll give you, Chief, that Iron Man is a good parallel. I mean, you're talking about a guy who in their normal life is absolutely freaking rich, but, secretly does things, in the vein of justice to, does hero work.
But Moon Knight was half crazy. Like, he didn't know what he was doing half his shit. So Batman's pretty coherent. So that's
Yeah, here's a good one. Go said Iron Man is the only comparison. Both rich kids with problems lost their parents. Both use their cash and willpower to make the world better.
That's
not a bad. It's not a bad.
It's not a bad statement, but the problem is he's not
Condor
the only
Man?
one.
No.
He's not the only one because
Batman is pretty
No,
cool.
I'm sure there's other ones. I mean,
But
that's
the
just
reason
my,
I
that's just
bring up
my answer.
Moon Knight is because Moon Knight is also a
Racist.
rich guy. He is also,
Crazy.
well,
Little
yeah, he's
rapey.
also kind of crazy. Let's be honest.
You say crazy or rapey?
Crazy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, he's not exactly Wonder
Oni,
Woman
this
from
one kind of
1985.
stomped me too, Oni.
This
when I
is
was like,
hard.
yeah, I was like, who the fuck is
Fuck
the
you
equivalent?
guys. Do you doing this at night? Do you have a fucking life? God.
When did we start? I
This
don't
is
even
a
know how this
horrible-
came
This
up.
is a horrible scenario.
I think we were actually talking in chat about it. Like we didn't
So-
actually talk, but
The reason I draw a parallel with Moon Knight, and I was the one that brought up Moon Knight, so is Moon Knight is a rich guy. He's also a little crazy, but if you really think about it, isn't Batman kind of crazy? He's got his insecurities with his parents. He, decides to dress up like a bat, does things out of a cave.
Oni, did you come up with one?
He has
Classes,
hero
come on, evil-
complexes, vigilantism. Anyways, go ahead, Oni.
She's got the evil complication hands.
Oh no, this is the hear me out because I hate that this is my answer.
Uh-oh.
Ant-Man.
Okay.
Which iteration?
It's a good question. The one I'm actually most familiar with is from the animated Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon from 2010, which, from what I could gather, was pretty accurate to the originations of these characters. Because in the cartoon, they started with the original 5 Avengers, which was Iron Man, Wasp, Ant-Man, Thor, and Hulk. Loki was involved, but it was sort of more secondary in this case. But that was the original lineup. Hawkeye was not there. Hawkeye didn't join until later because Hulk had left before then. And in the cartoon, they had Hulk. Hank Pym was the original creator of Joe Costa and the Ultrons.
Yep.
And thus,
Which is why he's a hated individual, but that's a whole different
yeah.
story. Well,
Because
one of
Joe
the reasons
Costa-
why he's hated.
Because Joe Costa, yes, remember the name, was based off of Wasp. Now, here's the thing about Hank Pym. He doesn't kill. Or he was a pacifist in the cartoon that I remember.
He was always a
Annoyingly
pacifist.
so.
He was
There is nothing
always
wrong
one.
with being a pacifist. There is something wrong when you are getting in the way of other people and they're getting hurt because of your ideals. That's when shit starts getting really dicey. But anyways, so yes, you could also say Punisher, but the thing is that I feel like it's a little different with Punisher.
Punisher
So
was an anti-hero.
exactly, Punisher was an anti-hero. He did things outside of the law. He had no qualms of really not
Killing.
hiding anything. He was like, "You want to come find me? Go ahead. I'm gonna walk away. Are you?"
Yeah.
But the thing is that, again, Hank Pym, where's the costume?
Daredevil. We were talking about Daredevil.
Daredevil, though,
I think Daredevil could make a passing
could,
parallel.
but the
He
thing is,
won't kill either. So
and the thing is that technically, yeah, you could say, well, Batman doesn't kill either. In some versions he does,
right.
but usually he doesn't. Hank Pym didn't want to kill. Hank Pym had a lot of tools to help him fight crime. He did have several iterations. He also had he did fight alongside with Vision. He tried to have Ultron's fight on his behalf, didn't go well. So you could argue with Hank Pym, but I don't like his character. Also, in the Ultimates, he was a fucking douchebag. Fuck that guy.
So in truth, I've always seen Hank Pym as he was a hero gone wrong. He was everything wrong with the idea of the hero complex. Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Absolute asshat.
Catch up on the we actually got a lot of feedback in the stream on it.
Black Panther.
Yes, I could see that. No.
Let's go with the
Technically,
chat.
Arguably, yes,
What
his
happened?
yes, it's a little different, but both have an empire of their own, whether it's land and a kingdom or it's a company. Both have attendants who are very well versed in combat. Both don suits for a reason. And they fight for the betterment of other people. Now, yes, you could argue that with Wakanda, it's because it's a country, their king defends the country. That's their thing. And with Batman, it's Gotham City, but that's sort of his domain. He does it in the shadows. He serves as a socialite person as well. They just don't know he's also Batman.
I'm Batman.
Again, I'm kind of throwing
My-
things out there.
My only
I'm fat.
I agree that Black Panther can make a good case for being the parallel to Batman, but I also have one discrepancy is that Black Panther is also technically super powered.
Well, if you combined Batman and Black Panther together, would the character be called Black Man?
Whoa.
That was such a lame joke. I can't help but laugh.
Some little kid actually said that. He was like, he had both masks on. And he went out. It's like, and then some black guy, like, it cuts to a black guy doing this. He's like, just let the kid be Black Man. That's fine. He goes, it was the cutest thing ever. He's like,
It was nice
"Just
knowing
fine."
you guys.
So it's like we're done. Reed Richards.
Let's just do black and white man. Why don't we just get them all out of the way? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes
But
yellow.
with the gamma
His
radiation
superpower is
giving
a
him
good credit
stretchy
rating.
power.
Gamma
Sometimes
radiation
brown.
or cosmic radiation?
Cosmic. Well, I guess it depends on your iteration.
That's my cue to leave. Just kidding.
That's cute.
Well, yes, Gazoo, by the way, yes. And you're bringing up an actual reason why I argue so
Yeah.
hard for Moon Knight. If you look at their tool set, even
They look
those are like knockoffs. Like the batarangs and Moon Knight has his own version of the batarangs. He has his own grappling hook. He's got his own utility belt. And like I said, the dude's a little crazy.
Moon Knight's costume's better.
Depending on
They both look
which
cool, in my opinion.
iteration of Moon Knight you follow, he talks to, and I know what Oni's going to say, but I'm going to say it anyways because I think it's funny when she claps back. He talks to an Egyptian death god, and the Egyptian death god actually tells him what his missions are. And yes, I know, but I'm going to go with this next step, which should clarify it some because I didn't look it up and I forgot to look it up. But the spectral creature that they chose to represent this Egyptian death god it was a crow. I think it was a crow.
I don't remember.
So
I watched the show. I couldn't tell you.
I'm going Moon Knight. Ghost.
You go on Moon Knight?
Honshu.
Because drugs. What the fuck?
I'm more of a traditionalist. I didn't learn about Moonlight till I was in my, like, literally 2 years ago. But so I always liked the Batman. Like I always wanted to dress up like
Heliopolis,
Batman was.
god of the moon and vengeance. So it wasn't
okay.
technically a death god, but
Yeah, no.
Wasn't technically a death god. I just remember somebody said death god recently, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. But it's a raven or a crow, and I can't remember which. But
Was
literally,
it a raven?
Heliopolis actually gives him direct guidance. You need to do this, this, and this because this person is evil. They did this severe crime, and the people were always like absolutely evil people that he was going after. But
I just got what Badger said. If you read the comic, it's possible. You don't know how many drugs I'm on right now.
It's true.
So does that mean Soda is actually Moon Knight?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody though.
You take the mask off. It's a fucking avatar.
Fucking
and
Oni,
it's soda.
God damn it.
Ruined another clip.
Oh, eat
don't
a
know what
dick, Chief.
It was a great question though. Like everybody come up with some good answers.
Yeah.
I like Oni's response. So he's moonlighting as an agent.
Oh no.
Why are we frozen?
We're frozen.
No, we're good.
So you
Fresh,
bring
never frozen beef.
So you bring up Reed Richards,
Giggity.
and also you dislike him. Yeah, I've got reasons to dislike too.
I don't like Reed Richards. He's boring.
Not just that he's boring, it's just his principles. He got really egotistical, and I mean it was his character, of course, but
When is the next season coming out?
I also dislike him.
Moon Knight.
I can't count him because
I don't know.
He's super powered.
We need to go back to, like we talked about, 20 episode seasons, not 6 or 8 bullshit.
I've been saying that ever since they
Yeah,
started
thank
this
you.
6 or 8 bullshit.
6 or 8 episodes is garbage.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. She-Hulk, whatever they're coming up with, it's got to be 13 episodes. And it can't be rushing the story into a 30-minute episode because the graphics take too much money.
Somebody boot Kazoo real quick.
Yeah.
They're going to. You don't understand. They're going to do another Fantastic Four. And they're going to do another X-Men.
You know what they should do?
Not.
What's that?
Hear me out.
Super
hear me out.
Soda.
Hear me out. So this is going to be their third iteration of the Fantastic Four, right? Then they should do one more and then have all 4 Fantastic Fours do one movie.
Multiverse. Genius.
The Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four.
That'd be great. It's clobbering time.
It could be
It's
Fantastic
clobbering
Four
time.
cubed.
It'd be Fantastic
Quadruple.
4 to the 4th power.
Yep.
Oh my god, that'd be great, Oni. That's
We are the greatest.
Fantastic Four to the 4th power.
That's what we just
We're
said.
the funniest podcast about gaming and pop culture that you're not watching. And this is the first time you are watching Lagging Out Live. Make sure you hit that follow button and hit that little like buzzer bell thing. So that way you know every time we go live, and check out all our social media and our outreach and all that good stuff. Make sure you follow us because we need the follows because we're probably the most talented people on here. At least the top 1%. And we don't do booby streams. We're a little better than that. I know everyone wants to see my boobies, but you can't. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, I could put some on if you want.
No. Okay, we're waiting.
Okay, hold on.
No, just kidding.
Oh, damn.
We're so cool. We have video game tattoos. Well, one of us does. He's the only cool one that has the cool video game tattoos.
Who said that?
I have a
There we
video.
go.
Well, maybe.
Look at that. Legend of Zelda. What if Zelda was a girl? Don't
What
you hate
if
that?
my foot went up your ass?
Just kidding. But all right, moving on. Damn, unfollow, no boobies, haha. Well, if you come on Rogue Penguin, we'll have some booby stream.
Whoa.
I don't know. No, she's a hoodie ball cap.
I was about to say, yeah,
That's-
she's covered up. That wouldn't work.
She's a hoodie ball cap chick. Like every single one of our friends are.
Mhm.
Hoodie ball cap people. That's basically the people we hang out with is hoodie ball cap people. So, from meme to prison. This Hillary Clinton's going to jail?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not her. Sorry.
Oh God, forgot about this.
Oh yeah.
I know, dear, that's the joke. Got to explain it. It's not funny. So this guy, for freedom of speech, is going to jail.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Go ahead, tee it up,
Yeah.
Chief.
That's all I know.
Oh, well, I thought you were gonna look it up.
I did, and then I fell asleep.
I mean, it wasn't a very big story. Well, I should rephrase that. There wasn't a lot
huge.
to the story. It's a big deal, So back in 2016, this guy
2016.
this guy posted a meme. This meme, in fact, and he got arrested for it.
Wow.
And they arrested him because he was conspiring to deny people their right to vote.
What?
Yes,
Plus he
because
told them to vote from
people
home.
actually texted that phone number. There were actually people that texted that number. They found an actual legitimate number, some like 9,000 people.
Wow.
And
That's hilarious.
what's even worse is somebody else did the same thing, and it was a game about Trump. But that person did not go to jail. Did not even get arrested, did not get exposed for whatever their online handle was. Nothing happened to them.
But Hero, are you saying that there's actually a 2-tier justice system?
No.
No, why would I say such a thing as that?
Why
Maybe
would you
because it's
dare
fucking true.
assume that? Why would you dare assume that with facts, dude? Stop using facts. You know feelings are over facts every time. You know that.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yes.
Fuck those feelers.
Yeah.
Also,
Millennial
fuck that
Tears
cat.
coming to a grocery store 2024.
So the Muppet didn't get in the presidency. She threw a cake, and then this guy got arrested for a parody meme. That's
Yeah,
basically what you're
that's
saying.
literally exactly the facts of the situation.
That's fruity.
And this is a warning shot, people.
Yeah.
This is a
Don't
warning
have freedom of
shot.
speech. You can't be funny anymore.
You're
This
living
is
in a
direct attack on the
Banana
freedom
Republic.
on the freedom of speech.
what?
I
We're
mean-
not a communist country? What?
Socialists. Well, there's no such thing as a communist country.
You know what I
The
mean?
basic term for communism is no real leader. The community owns themselves. But a socialist country is the state runs everything. So the state controls everything about your life from cradle to grave. So a socialist nation, maybe. Communist is kind of a contradiction. Communist country is a contradiction of terms. This has been Chieftain's TED Talk.
But that being said, that's
Yeah.
literally the meat of the story. It's everything there is to it.
That's how Biden won, allegedly. Just kidding. Or am I? You don't know. I'm about to fall asleep.
Anybody?
See, Biden would
Do you-
normally watch our show, but he's already been in bed for 2 hours when we start. So
That's true.
So, Chieftain, you got anything else to add?
Well, the State Department are a bunch of cunts, and they're run by one particular party. And if you're not belonging to that party, they throw you in jail for quote unquote insurrection or freedom of speech or
Anything. Free memes.
Being on federal property, trespassing on federal property, but giving you 10 to 15 years in a prison.
That guy got out, actually.
That came with a guided tour as well.
That guy just got
by the
out.
police officers, but I mean,
Yeah,
I got banned on TikTok for saying, well, about the 2020 election, I got banned for giving misinformation, but I had like receipts and showed like recordings and stuff, but I still got banned.
That guy actually said everybody took care of him in jail too. Funny thing.
Wow. Yeah, what about the guy who's got stage 4 cancer who's dying in that prison just for like walking inside the velvet ropes? But yeah, we're turning into a banana republic, and
yeah,
I'm not gonna say the streets might run a certain color, but
pink.
It's gonna get to that point where people are going to get sick of tyranny and they're gonna start standing up and fighting. I'm just saying it might happen. I hope it doesn't.
Hopefully
but
not.
it might.
Hopefully we get a better president soon.
Allegedly. But I mean, the State Department is run by one particular group, so you're going to get this a lot now. And then when you start calling it out, you're a conspiracy theorist. So I mean, I call it for what it is. If you don't like my opinion, then you can go to another Twitch channel. But this is my opinion. Not everyone's going to agree with mine, but we're adults here and we all have different opinions, but that's mine. I think this is dumb. He should have got maybe a slap on the wrist for something or probation at the very, very most, not like
Didn't
time
even
in
have gotten
prison.
that.
It's dumb.
Like
but
seriously, it's a
we do have the
fucking joke.
It is a joke. Yeah. How do you feel about this, Oni? Kitty.
I mean, I just sorry, it's just my life is just so fucking bad.
You're fine.
I didn't even move, and it just got worse. I don't know what I did. So
You blend in with the background.
unfortunately,
the light.
so. Anytime I hear of people getting punished for some of the stupidest shit, and that, but then major things go like under the radar, that just sounds like a waste of fucking time to me. So, for example, on a less serious thing, holy fuck, what the hell happened? Why is it so bad? How is this somehow not worse? Even that's an improvement. Barely. Holy shit. Emotional damage. Like when
Give us
weed
some
was a
fucking
really
money.
big thing, or the ganja, called ganja.
All the monies.
People would go to jail for like possessing like just a little bit of it for years. Meanwhile, you've got people abusing others or hurting others, taking people's lives, hurting kids, and oh, they barely get a slap on the wrist. This just kind of reminds me of that, where it's just
Rules for thee and not for me.
Yeah.
Was violence being incited directly? Were they? You have to prove intent.
Yeah.
How do you prove intent from a fucking Facebook joke?
You don't.
Right.
And I don't care what side this is, okay? I don't
it
give a
doesn't matter
fuck.
what side it is.
It shouldn't fucking matter. Now, if it were some,
what up, Mariner?
if you were posting things like this is where they live, or so I don't know, I mean, go hurt this person, or I hope they die. No, that's not allowed. But if it's a meme,
Right.
who I don't know, just okay, like in my state,
I could tell it's fake because none of the graphics are lining up. Like the text is not in the red there. Like the period is out. Like
fell.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, they failed my class.
Yeah, they would have failed.
Well, I mean,
no, they got bonus points for left justifying everything.
No. They justified it.
No, they didn't. They left. They right justified it. Yeah, go ahead.
So in my state, there was a guy who,
he's like, oh yeah,
and I wish I were joking. Second time going to either a courthouse or a judge's home armed. Second time, this person got arrested.
Yeah.
For a second time for the same freaking charges.
Yeah.
That is understandable because you went to their house or you went to their place of work, which is a courthouse, a federal building where you're not allowed to be armed, and you were armed.
Yep.
Kind of hard to prove anything other than what seems to be pretty clear intent right there. That's understandable.
Yeah.
This is just a meme.
It's dumb.
If you're log off of the internet.
Not that this has anything to do with it, but who fell for it? That's all I have to say. They're morons.
Easily.
Yeah. So it's people indoctrinated by everything around them that can't tell that this was a joke. So they got butthurt, Oni. This is my opinion. They got butthurt.
Clearly.
Yeah, they felt like fools. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to make a big hullabaloo about it on social media. And then the State Department or whatever the powers that be goes, it's like, all right, we'll throw them in jail. That's what it sounds like to me.
I can't think that it would have been anything else.
Don't get me started on her, considering she allegedly has whacked a lot of people. So,
Yeah, like people that accidentally unalive themselves with...
Just so you know, I am perfectly healthy. I am mentally sound. I'm very happy with my life as it is right now. Just so everybody knows.
Okay.
As long as that is clear, if something happens to me in the near future,
all of us.
I'm not implying that this person pictured here has anything necessarily to do with it. But I'm just saying, ask questions of her before you ask questions of me, which is probably going to be in the ground somewhere.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Hero. It's going to be destroyed on her server. So,
right.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
it's okay to destroy evidence if you're her. But
later, Penguin.
Sleep well.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did y'all hear? This is kind of piggybacking off of this. Pronoun laws. In the EU, it is now a thing to send people. Well, it has been proposed as a law to send somebody to jail for a minimum of 2 years for misgendering somebody.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And the way laws seem to be working in a trend fashion is to go from Europe to America's hat to here. It's a joke. I mean, Canada.
Yeah, Canada's had that for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a socialist regime up there now.
And yeah.
You heard about the guy in Belgium after speaking of all these freedoms. Guy had a rifle and was mowing down people with a rifle in the pro Hamas. And I think in Belgium they don't have any gun, like people are not allowed to have guns there. So he just like killed 3 or 4 people and pledged his allegiance to ISIS or something afterwards. The guy he was in and out of prison and like mowed people, unarmed people down in the middle of the night. It was horrible. And then went on Facebook and talked about it afterwards. Yeah.
This is why I value my Second Amendment right and exercise it daily.
As we all should.
It's scary because like that's gonna happen, like not gonna happen here, but there is no vetting process here anymore, so it's kind of scary. So it's the world has gotten a lot scarier in the last 3 years.
In the last 6 months, actually.
Speaking of that, let's talk about a Chinese app called TikTok. And make sure you check us out on Laggin_out there. Hero won't go on it because he's a conscientious objector of this app, and I respect that. So our social media person, our wonderful Miss Court, will be doing all that promotion for us on TikTok. Our funniest clips on there, Instagram, and everywhere else. You might find a different clip on all our social medias in one particular day. So go check that out today. We're trying to get to 1,000 views, so that way we can stream on four different things at the same time and only have 2 work. Of course, this is not Ponyo or Smitty or anybody that's related to Oni, but you want to check out, if you like our content, please tell your friends and tell your enemies as well, because your enemies might be our friends. So have them check us out today at the links at the bottom of your screen.
Please.
Oh, sorry. Too far.
Goodness gracious. All the buttons.
Sorry about that. Next up, I think this is our last topic, right?
I don't know. You have the slideshow.
Yeah, I know, but I can only see one slide ahead, unfortunately.
Well, actually, there's one more after that from the looks of it.
Okay.
Hey, if we want to shorten it, remember, we gave ourselves an out on that.
Yeah, we gave ourselves an out.
Smart.
So, yes, we did that.
Look, I'm just going to, full disclosure, it was really hard for me to actually say, no, we got to stop because we got too many topics.
They're so good. We're so good with our topic.
Well, that's because Oni usually does most of the stuff, and actually there was a couple other pitching in, and that's what happens when we all pitch and we get too much shit.
Yeah, we're like,
But at least shit is quality. Isn't it nice to have one nice big solid turd? I'm kidding.
I don't know how that is. Oh.
Neither do I, but that's because of the metformin.
The Has-Been Hotel Season 1 is scheduled for 2024.
Season 2?
It says 1 in here.
Season 1 is slated for 2024. Season 2 has been greenlit.
Well, that's actually what I was said in the topics. I didn't realize that season 1 hadn't yet released, but hey,
it looks cool.
Yeah,
I like the color theory.
So Has Been Hotel, it's officially a thing. It started as a webcomic and then it got made into a YouTube animation. And what's her name? I only know her by her online handle, and I can't remember it off the top of my head now.
Vivzy Pop.
Yes, Vivzy Pop. Apparently poured her heart and soul into making this animation on her own for a pilot episode, and somebody picked her up.
Nice.
And Chieftain, you're up.
You want me to play it?
Unless you want to talk first.
No.
No.
Oh, obviously Chieftain doesn't care.
I mark myself present on this topic.
I just seen his eyes turn red for a second.
I think everything's too much in focus and it's hard to figure out what's going on.
So push play then, I guess.
Prime presents made by a woman, forget it. That's thoroughly confusing.
Well, I mean, it is just a teaser trailer, so.
Okay.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the story besides showing some of the fashionable shots, showing some of the character designs. The pilot was released like 3 years ago. It's been in production basically ever since. Okay. It's been in production for probably about 2 years because it was on and off. There were a lot of negotiation things to have to go through, let alone finding someone to put the show up. So Hell of a Boss is still on YouTube for free. Has Been Hotel has a new cast, several of which are very big names. So
we are shouting it out.
Stephanie Beatriz is character's name is Vaggie. I'm not shitting you.
What's the name?
Vaggie.
Vaggie.
Okay.
Oh, RG. Sorry.
So and it makes sense because when you hear her lines, you can hear her Rosa Diaz character, but also because Vaggie speaks Spanish and English. So, get you a voice actress who can do both.
Yo quiero hacer amor, mi bonita.
Husk, Husk is the one second from the left, the one who looks like he came from a deck of cards.
Oh, okay.
He's being voiced by Keith David. You're looking up what Keith David has done, aren't you?
I can see the face. That's the problem.
Here's a very short list. Halo, Atlas in Teen Titans in Cyborg's episode Only Human. If you are a fan of Princess Mononoke, he was Okoto, the boar god, which was fucking phenomenal. Great role. Great role. He is currently picking up where Lance Riddick left off with Zavala.
That's probably why I remember the name so easily.
Yep.
Actually,
but, he's also done a bajillion other things. This man's been acting for a while. He's got a really great resume. So
it explains why I know the name.
Yeah. So if you can, I think he might also be actually the singing voice as well. It would not surprise me if he can do it all, because some folks they're like, oh, don't hire another actor. I can do that too. It's like,
what has this guy not done?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
What she said.
So
perfect.
Pretty interesting, pretty exciting. So we'll see. And again, we love to see indie people going out there and seeking adventure, seeking their people, going out and doing great things. We love hearing that shit.
God. I'm still scrolling.
Not my Vita, his. Okay, you're done.
I think here. I knew it.
What?
He's in Saints Row 4.
Yep, as himself.
As
vice
himself,
president.
indeed.
The vice president. Yep.
Nice.
And Saints Row 2. And Saints
The
Row.
Search for More Money.
Shit.
The Search for More
That's
Money.
Spaceballs too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Balls.
I want to get Spaceballs the flamethrower. Kids just love it.
Yeah, it's the next hot item.
It is. It's on fire.
Big bow shit.
So it's
The price
gonna be
is red
greenlit.
hot.
Goliath from Gargoyles. That's a big deal, actually.
We're just waiting for sales to pull the trigger on that one.
Mm-hmm. It's very spicy.
Anyways, I don't really have much to say. I'm only familiar with the history behind Vivzie Pop and her.
Did you just say you don't have a lot to say?
Probably the second time I've said it today.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
I don't know. I got the mute mouth, so that's all I'm saying. Yeah, shut that guy up. We want to hear more Oni Soda and the hero tonight.
But did you actually mute is the real question.
I did. I was muted.
Oh.
You didn't hear me
For
for
like
3
2
minutes,
minutes.
not 2.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
Well, they can mute me for longer if it's is it 500 bits? You can mute me for like 10 minutes or something like that. Or 7 minutes. No one has the money for that because the economy is so bad.
You not like
Look,
entertainment?
How bad is inflation right now? Inflation is
bad.
so bad. Armor corned beef hash in the can was $2.12. It is now $2.16.
Oh wow.
That's horrible.
Badger, you're being a drug for Halloween. That's great.
What? Oh. No, that's the character.
Oh.
I can't afford a Halloween costume for a Halloween show this year.
Have you heard of closet cosplays?
Yes, I've done that before. I went as a Yankee one because I have the pinstripe baseball pants and everything because I played in a men's league.
Oh my gosh, I just had the best idea. Okay. You have a Yankees shirt, right?
Yeah, rip holes in it.
No, no need for that. Do you have anything brown?
Make
I
it
don't
the
care if it's a
shit
blanket.
Yankees.
No. I don't
Damn
care
it.
if it's a brown blanket, a sweater.
I think I have a brown
Cardigan.
No, not a cardigan. Who has a cardigan?
Guillermo on What We Do in the Shadow.
Because you could buy it cheap, like a mask, or I'm sure there's probably a hat. You can wear Yankees gear dressed up as a turd, so you can be a Yankee Doodle.
Oh no.
Law perfect.
I knew it was going that way like a minute and a half ago, which is why I was laughing.
A Yankee Doodle.
I mean,
So
that'd be
proud of
about
herself.
right
Look at
for
her.
this
She's so
year.
proud of herself.
Yeah, especially in this year because she'd be right. So
Here's the thing, though. Just like horror, the key to the payoff is being able to set it up properly, all in the timing.
Yeah, but I'm not funny.
That's okay. You can learn.
That's a really crappy costume. That's a good one.
I could wear 27 rings on my fingers.
You knocked
If
it
I
out
was
of the
a
park,
winner.
Oni.
Take that joke and walk.
Mm.
There All right. So there, that one's fixed. So fix it as I go.
New age Mexican could do
So-
yard work. What the fuck?
Wow.
That came from a Mexican, so you can't blame me on that one.
Right?
Where were you yesterday when I needed yard work done?
Wow, now that's fucked up.
No, it doesn't count because he's Italian.
Yeah, 'cause we're the
Oh.
immigrants. We do all that stuff.
So I'm Irish.
We're
so
kind
I
of brown
can-
too, so. But anyways, Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everyone's
this is a
excited
thing.
about this, but me.
Yeah, I'm not really. Derek said this movie makes any money to be a fucking miracle. That's my brother, by the way.
Your brother said that?
Yeah, I didn't even know he knew what Five Nights at Freddy's was, but apparently he did.
I'm sorry, but now I don't have high expectations for this. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you've got a horror legend playing a main part, first of all. That's going to draw attention. Second of all, this thing has so much indie popularity, it has spun off its own genre of indie games that have gained massive followings that can rival this franchise. And it's had over 6 games.
But do these people actually leave their houses to go watch a movie? Is my question.
Who does that anymore?
I don't know. Have you met Soda?
Right?
That is true. Hey, Soda, how are you?
Good. I haven't left the house for a movie since. Oh my God,
original Psycho
Wolverine!
movie?
The Wolverine that was in Japan,
Oh yeah. Wait.
and I was like, "This
Origins?
is." It's the
The
one
live
where he
action
got
one?
poisoned by poison ivy or whatever. Yeah, it was at the theater. So.
How could he have been poisoned by Poison Ivy? Poison Ivy's a
Whoever the
DC character.
whoever the equivalent is. Here we go again.
I
You know what? You
fucking
know what
with
I'm
you, dude.
talking. What was the name of the movie? Was it X? Wolverine X? Maybe.
Talking about Weapon X, or are you talking about the
No,
Wolverine
no,
movie
no.
that nobody speaks
Oh, you're
of?
talking about the Asian lady that got poisoned him and made him temporarily not being
Yeah,
able to
that was
eat.
the last. I mean, it was
Lady
like fucking
Deathstrike?
Wolverine Origins.
No,
20
I
years ago?
literally
No,
just
it
said
wasn't
that.
Origins.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I
Origins.
literally
though.
said that.
Oh, and he said it. Yeah.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
Origins. Hold on, let me look.
no, he's talking about Old Man Logan.
No, it wasn't that
Oh.
one
No,
either.
he's talking about the feature film.
That's how long ago it was. It's probably before you were born, Oni.
Oh, never mind then.
Hold on. Let me.
I'm so confused right now.
Was it
So it's not-
animated?
No. I don't. Here, let me.
What did Hero say?
Because
it
I'm
was
willing to
again?
bet that
Old Man
the woman
Logan.
who clawed him in Japan was Lady Deathstrike because her family had a grudge against him, especially because
Yes.
Logan marries the daughter of a Yakuza gang leader.
I need to see the cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oni knows a little bit about that.
Oh, anyways, like getting back to this movie.
Anyways,
Sorry, guys.
I think this is going to surprise people.
You think so?
I don't think it's going to probably do that fantastic necessarily, but there's 2 things going for it.
More
I think it was just called the Wolverine. That's the one.
Yeah, Tyrion Death just said that too.
Yeah, that's right. So when was that out?
But this movie has 2 things going for it. One, well, maybe 3 technically. One, it's an indie franchise that has a massive following, which implies that it's going to have a pretty small budget. 2, it's got a horror legend. Like, this dude is making his comeback to the horror genre, and he's been a fantastic actor within that genre. So I'm told. I don't know shit about it. But
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
then the third thing is it's got the backing of all of these indie fans that have been clawing and scratching for this movie for years now. It's like a 7 or 8 game franchise now. It's got like 2 or 3 book series, a comic series, and a bunch of other media that gets sold around this stuff, toys and everything. This is probably one of the biggest franchises, like sleeper franchises out there right now. You've got way too much profit wrapped up in it because it is merchandising like crazy. Like you look at all the pops, you look
Yeah,
at all
that's
the little
true.
stupid toys, you look at all the little collectibles. And if nobody has learned anything from the manga world within the
Manga?
last 2 years that we have
Manga?
been talking about entertainment on this show,
Are you not entertained?
Manja? That's Italian for eat.
you are such an empty-headed buffoon sometimes.
I know. I'm getting the Bok box.
Oh Lord, here we go. But like,
aren't you proud of me? I remembered. I should.
I'm shocked that you remembered that. But at the same time, I'm not. But anyways, back to my
Go
point.
ahead.
Like,
Back to what you're saying.
if we have learned nothing from Japan over the last 2 years of the things that we talk about, how manga and anime are related and how they sell and how they profit.
Yeah.
Scott Cawthon probably had this figured out long before we ever talked about it. This guy has been merchandising, making books, making short animated clips, propping up temporary websites to talk to each other about hidden lore, and then of course the 7 or 8 games that he's released on top of, not to mention the fan games that came out that got effectively syndicated by him.
It's my last game, or it's the last Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah, well,
Several later.
It's our last tour.
All of the fan games that came out, and then he came out and said, "Hey, I like what you do. Here's some money," and then they
Give me
get
some
big
money.
fan bases. Like this guy,
Give us some fucking money.
this movie might not make a lot, but it's just another cog in the wheel.
Cock?
Cock?
Not what you have on your brain, sir.
Oh, it is the weekend.
Anyways,
And it's raining money.
my 2 cents have been submitted. Anybody else?
Well, now that you said that, that's pretty convincing. It'll break even. I'll say it'll break even.
I mean, I'll
have
probably
no
still
idea.
watch it if it's on one of the, streaming platforms.
He's not gonna
Otherwise,
step outside his house.
I know the games. I know the Funkos. I've never played it. I don't know. It's just not really in my genre. So
Definitely not my thing either. But
Not in your Janeri.
I mean, it's more like horror type thing, isn't it?
it's all about that jump scare.
Yeah.
I think these guys like come to life and eat your balls, right?
I'm not sure if they eat your balls, but they eat something.
Oh,
Pretty sure it's the soul, but hey,
I don't
balls,
Or your
soul,
frontal
why not?
lobe.
same
Your
thing.
frontal lobe.
Oh my god.
Does no one get that reference?
I do.
Thank you, someone.
Wow.
Beware the bite of 83.
I'm probably the only one that'll get any of those jokes.
Yeah, I know, and I feel
don't
sad
get it.
thinking about this.
The bite of 87.
Oh, there goes Badger, adding to the conundrum.
She knows that, but nothing that I ever
No,
say.
because technically they're both correct.
They're 2 different bites.
Testing. Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, I can hear
Okay. I don't know why I'm coming in so low. I don't understand it.
you. Sound
Have you
pretty...
tried raising your standards?
Okay. All right. Now it's still in the yellow. When I listen to the recording, I hear humming now. Damn it. Now I hear like a fan.
That's me.
Oh, is that you?
No.
He's probably smoking.
No, I'm not. Fuck you, but fuck you both.
What? This isn't that type of show.
Oh. Forgot we were on the wrong platform.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Ghost, come on now. But we haven't learned anything very important, or we
Oh,
haven't
no.
learned the very
Oh,
important
no.
thing from Japan yet. How to make a giant mecha.
Oh my god.
Debatable.
Hard pass.
That would require him to have a flag.
You might have your volume turned down a little bit.
I have everything all metered out.
What an idiot.
I don't understand. I understand. Like, all my recordings, I'm the lowest one. I don't get it.
You're usually the highest one.
I don't know.
He doesn't get into that green stuff. Does he?
That he tells you.
True.
Yeah, my chat is my mic is all it's metered to 100. I don't understand.
Gotta be something on the mixer then.
Yeah, I'll test it later.
Badger, did you still want to jump in? That was like
Giggity.
19 minutes ago. I'm sorry. I just saw the message. I'm so
What
sorry.
happened? Is she there?
She wanted to talk about the has-been hotel topic.
Oh, it's too late for that.
Sorry, the front desk is closed.
No, Ghost, I would not go back in. No.
That's what she said.
Whoa.
For good reason.
There's a clip.
Switch to Hampshire.
He's oh, come on. You're telling me you wouldn't want to re-enlist if the US military had Mecca? No, because I know what
would
happens.
probably break
Absolutely
down.
not. No.
No.
I
Here,
would.
let me give you a short version of what would happen if that became a thing.
Broke down.
US military, giant robots. Invariably, we're going to end up with either Gundam or Evangelion. Giant robots that are going to fight over resources, the planet, and space colonization, or giant robots that fight some weird government organization and steal your fucking soul.
Whoa.
And then there's that, Badger. Thank you.
What the fuck?
That's a hospital scene. Teenage boy messed up from war. The rest is history.
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget
Now I want to see it.
That I did not forget Escaflowne, Terran Death, because that would mean that the world would have reverted back to medieval times. And the robots would run off of human blood somehow.
Wow.
Fucking nerds.
Absolutely.
No.
I could do this all night.
No.
But
Oh no.
I have nothing else to talk about when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy. Chieftain, did you have any more to add to your thoughts?
It's just creepy.
It's meant
I
to
don't
be
like scary
soda.
I like the one
Thank
that
you.
says let's eat and it's a cock.
A duck.
That's Chica and she's a girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
It's like early bird.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a chicken.
Honey, your thoughts?
I thought it was a chicken.
Chuck E. Cheese's is hoping to do a Halloween thing kind of in time for this. So
Chuck E. Cheese fucking things are creepy.
That's kind of what this was
Chuck E.
based off of, I
Cheeses.
feel like.
it
I
is.
think it is, yeah.
And because when he was first creating video games, he was told his character animations looked very choppy and robotic and animatronic like, and that he would never make it. So he's like,
Fuck you.
wait a second. There's inspiration there. I can work with this. And it absolutely exploded with popularity.
Yeah. Well,
I think there was an old show that actually showed one of the Chuck E. Cheeses were haunted and the fucking things would come, to life at night. It was pretty fucked up.
Oh.
Coming
loudest.
next fall, 2024, Lagging Out Ghost Adventure.
Yes. TwitchCon in Vegas.
We're going to go see Zach in the Haunted Museum.
Yeah, so he could wear a stupid dust mask because he thinks he's a tough guy.
You have to sign a waiver just to go in that place. You know that, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you hate scary shit.
I hate scary shit because things stick to me. I
Mm.
don't deal with that shit. I don't play.
You
I
have
don't play with
you
that
have all your
bullshit.
medallions. You're good. Of course, he wears his
It's a
too, and they follow him home. So I don't.
Backhanded compliment there. Fuck you. You have all your trinkets and your rabbit's feet. You can go fuck yourself.
So does Zach, but they still follow his ass home. So
Yeah, that's because he's like a Jersey douchebag. I would follow him home and fuck with him too. I'm just saying. Now it's even lower. How is
there's
that
a comment in there that I'm going to leave alone for now.
Yeah, I just was gonna leave that.
Why is that not the fuck?
the dial for gain, turn it up.
Yeah, I had it turned up. My gain is that hurts.
I would say that was better.
You're turning up the wrong channel.
No,
then.
I'm turning up 2 different channels and I can't get it right.
That's what you said.
Can't get
I'm
it.
leaving it like this. Just fucking I don't care.
Actually, that's better.
I'll fix it in post.
Probably.
Did it go back down again? No.
No, you're fine.
Okay, 64.
As long as you tuck your pill, you'll be all right.
Which one?
I don't know.
There we go. All right. We'll see. I'm not in the red. I'm in the green, but it makes it lower. Anyways, it does. No one cares. Check out our t-shirts here.
Give us a bucket, buddy.
Exclamation point, lag swag. I keep on saying I'm going to check this, and I never do. As far as the mic's concerned, if I get up on it like this, then I sound creepy.
I mean, the shoe
Check
fits.
me out on OnlyFans. He likes to get up on it. Shut the fuck up.
Nobody judges anybody on the weekends. We've already been over this.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we probably have. I don't think. I only seen one correct answer in chat, and that was from somebody who's not a gamer. So I was kind of. She might have.
In July 2021, what NES cartridge sold for $87,000? Super Mario Brothers, Nintendo World Championship Gold, or The Legend of Zelda?
What? No idea. Yeah, this was kind of a stump. I didn't believe the answer.
This is a
one.
curveball.
It is, yes.
I know I was right, and I
What
was
do you-
in fact right, but the problem is I wasn't right about the NES cartridge.
What do you expect from an Astros fan?
Greatness.
Cheating.
They haven't.
Wow.
They played better.
It
Oh,
Wow,
wasn't
that was
cheating
harsh.
though.
I want to see talking curveballs in B. You know what the World Championship Gold is? There's only like 10 of them ever made. They were only played at the Nintendo World Championships in like 1995 or something like that.
The Legend of Zelda?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
So
gold cartridge?
Yeah.
it was, and in fact, the also correct answer, if that question was SNES, was Super Mario World,
Right.
because we talked about that.
Well, that one was like 1.3 million, which
Yes.
then got investigated.
Well, sadly, I did see a Mega Man on eBay for $2 million. So
What? Oh yeah, that's right. It was like one of the
You
original
did?
Mega Man games, which were
Yeah.
notoriously difficult.
probably only like 87 copies, I want to say. But this one was
Wow.
graded also like a 9, still in those hard ass what was like paper thing, that they came in then back in the days. So but yeah, this was good because we did talk about Mario Brothers, and the Gold Championship has brought a lot of money at auction. And I would have never picked Legend of Zelda on this one either. So I don't know
I
what
would
the
have picked B.
I don't know what the fuck Legend of Zelda sold for that much money.
I don't know. Not mine.
It's a popular freaking franchise. It had to have been a freaking mint condition case and a complete
It had
set.
to be. Yeah.
Had to be a
Instruction
complete
booklet
box
and sealed,
instruction.
yeah.
I don't know about sealed, but
It was probably had to be
Sleeve and
sealed for that
everything.
much money. Yeah, it had to be sealed. Like,
you would think. But remember, we've been talking about how the grading companies for collectors are fucking.
I also
scams
saw
these
another
days.
video that copied ours that did that. Went after the Mario one. So
Someone's copying us now?
yeah.
What?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to
First
show
they
me
have
that.
like 500,000 views, and we had like 20.
Did we report it? Because I get emails every day saying, "Oh, this has been passed. This has been passed. This has been passed," but no things fixed with the algorithms. So
We'll
Fuck
get the
you, dude.
algorithm fixed here.
It's
soon.
funny. In the last month, we have only had 3 or 4 of those disputes that I've submitted that got denied.
Yeah. Denied.
These nuts.
Well, if you guys want to watch half of a stream, you can go to kick.com/.
It wasn't even half.
Yeah, I know. It kept crapping out, so I just closed it. I quit watching that.
Yeah, I don't know why
So
it's
it
doing
kicked the bucket.
Yeah, it was kicking the bucket. Like on for 30 seconds, off for 30 seconds, on for
Oh,
30
that's
seconds.
obnoxious.
I
It
don't
was
know why
very
it was doing that tonight.
I don't know.
I heard that Kick does that anyway.
Well, they're probably servers are fucked, and they're probably giving more bandwidth to the high,
little bears.
It should. I mean, it's called kick, but you would assume it wouldn't be kicking viewers off.
Yeah. Well,
Defeats
I
the
mean, if
purpose.
I'm dancing around with an auto camera, I get like 1,000 subscribers, but they're probably giving bandwidth to higher creators that have partner there.
It's possible, but when you're dancing around with an auto tracking camera, you have to make sure you got the jiggle physics right too.
Jiggle, sweet. I want to see this.
If you're
Oh my
if
gosh,
you're
please don't. I have a
CGI.
game that has that and it bothers me so fucking much. It's like, why?
they're
Why
they're
is this a
VTubers
thing?
basically doing that. So
Sorry, Yanni.
Jiggle physics.
I got 30 emails telling me that Lagging Out was on Kick.
Yeah, mine was at 12 when it stopped.
Mine was at 11 when I deleted that email and turned off my freaking notifications.
Wait,
F in
Jiggle
a
is what we're
chat.
talking
Is
about.
that an F in a chat type of saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget to check us out on these social media outlets when they're working.
Yes.
I think we're still uploading on Rumble for like almost a year now.
Yeah, they probably will be.
Yeah, I would do it by hand, but let's do it like this and hope everything works.
It's not hoping, it's working. It's just taking a while.
It shouldn't be taking 10 months.
Right? That's crazy.
Well, it's also keeping up with current videos that are going up, so I'm not mad.
Oh, okay.
I'm frustrated. I don't know why it's taking so long.
Chill.
Use some lube, it helps.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll do
jeez.
that. No worries. This QR code actually works. It's to
give us some fucking money.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all donations. That's how I pay my rent. Just kidding. If my rent was $2 a month, that's how I'd pay for it.
$1 million.
$1 million. So just check us out there. And that's all we have for this week.
Is help's not a word? Or is that a Yankee or Southern thing? I'm kind of a mix of both, so
I'm confused on what you're talking about.
Deep Diving said he Soda Pop said helps.
Soda Pop, yes, said helps, yes. I don't know what that means.
It helps with finishing.
It helps with what?
Finishing.
I know what he's joking about. I get it. Mariner, I understand you. I do. You are not alone. It's okay. Shh. Just run away.
Oh my God. You just shush me.
Yes.
You got shushed.
Okay. I think everybody's tired.
Oh, yes.
I'm just letting all the jokes.
I'll be laying in bed tonight, Mariner, and it'll kick in what you're saying.
On behalf of Soda.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up.
Good Lord. Fuck.
Good Lord.
Hero, the IT guy. Oni, the crazy cat lady.
Yep, she did.
I'm Chieftain. We're Lagging Out Live. We'll see you next Friday. And on behalf of everyone, we're signing off and lagging out.
Night.
Bye.
I'm sagging and I know it. Sagging and I know